Gotcha.
The Capcom Punisher John. Oh my god. I'm
Well, as you can see, guys, Ron is currently looking up some Street Fighter stuff on eBay. But what's up, guys? It's Crater here. I'm back with a new, or we are back because Ron is finally back after a week hiatus. We are back with a new episode of This Week in Wrestling, where we cover everything in a wacky world of wrestling, mainly WWE. First things first, what's up, Ron? How you been?
I'm doing fine. I'm sorry for the little nerdgasm I'm having, a little thing. I was explaining to him about arcade machines and how they're not dead. And apparently, I came across somebody who was doing arcade pictures from old arcade systems and stuff like arcade art. And I might have to start spending money on them because these are good. But also, y'all lucky right now because I have Tekken 7 on my computer. And I have my new setup. I've been talking about this for a while.
Oh, wow. I do like that Ultraman background.
It'll change because I have like rotating
Oh, okay.
backgrounds. So like that's this now. In about a couple of seconds, it's going to change to something else. But I have a new setup, and I've been playing my games off of this TV. And I have Tekken 7. Well, see, and Super Street Fighter 2.
I don't
Once
even
again,
just talk about.
I lived the life. But anyway, so I have Tekken 7, and part of me just wants to not do this podcast and play it. Like my controller's right here. My controller's right here.
Well, hopefully we'll get through this
I
quickly.
am dedicated to do this podcast. It's in my contract.
Nah, yeah. I guess you could say it's in the contract.
It's in my contract to do it.
Yeah,
So
I'll send you your direct deposit next week. Yeah, but again, I do appreciate Ron coming on today. This was actually a late notice thing because I decided to actually, again, this is my idiot self. I decided to do the podcast today instead of tomorrow because tomorrow I believe I'm going to the mall with someone. It's debatable.
it's a female. That's just not sugarcoated.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has a date, and this is actually a good thing that he has.
Yes.
And everything.
After all these years, yes. I guess you could say. I mean, even though I wouldn't say it's official, like we're officially in a relationship, I can confirm that I am seeing someone. So, yeah, we were supposed to go to the mall tomorrow, but
which mall?
Willow Grove, I believe.
Oh, okay, that's actually a good mall.
Yeah,
I haven't been here in a while, but
no, dude, I haven't been to a mall since November of 2015. I've not stepped foot in a mall since. And that was Cherry Hill Mall. That was the last mall I stepped into. I've been in the mall in like forever, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. I might just like sit in like a fetal position, just see what he stores. See, I have no idea, but yeah. So I'll be doing that. I mean, I might not even know, but even regardless, I think this was a better time for us to do it today anyway because shit, what was I about to say? I don't get off work until 3:00 tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna be tired to even do it. So this is probably the best bet. Yeah. Yeah, that too. I mean, or coffee, or tea, or no coffee. I should. Actually, every time I do this podcast, I'm gonna get some coffee. That would make a lot more sense. That usually gives me like an extra.
And based if I just work at Dunkin' Donuts, you should actually
exactly right. It is right around the corner, so I can get it for free. So it's like I could easily just go in there. Actually, I can literally just go over the counter and just get it myself.
Yeah.
So it's like I really could if I wanted to, but yeah. So before we actually start, how was your week, Ron?
Tekken 7. How was yours?
I guess that sums it up.
It's pretty much. Well, other than Tekken 7, I've also been playing the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah, how is that?
It's good, but it's.
Well, they said the online is like a little buggy.
It's buggy as hell, but they actually have fixed it a little bit, so it's actually pretty good. I am better as Jason than I am as a counselor.
Okay.
I keep getting killed as a counselor, but I've killed everyone as Jason. I actually made somebody rage quit because after I killed them, they left, and then he was the host of the room. So because he was host of the room, the whole game ended.
Interesting. Yeah, he rage quit.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I do play that. Like I said, Tekken 7. pretty much is going to consume my life for the next couple of months. I still haven't even played story mode yet, so that just shows you. I kind of just jumped in online.
Well, I mean, they did pretty much say online was going to be like the main like bread and butter of the game. So
it is, but it does have it's a little bit of a. But I kind of say that because trying to connect with somebody who has a good thing other than a good connection. But other than that, it's still pretty good for Steam. It's I'll say it like this before we start.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom, and I love Capcom. You can tell I love Capcom from these old pictures.
Yeah.
But as a fan of Capcom, I would say that they need to learn from NRS, which is NetherRealm Studios, who does Injustice and Mortal Kombat,
Mm-hmm.
and they need to learn from Namco about how to release a game properly.
Yes.
Because Street Fighter V, we're in like
year. Worst launch they ever did.
Yes, and it's still incomplete in my opinion. I love Street Fighter. I barely play Street Fighter V anymore.
Because I believe it wasn't at launch. Like there was like it was only online. It was only
online. There's no arcade mode.
It was a $60 game. It was only like
they at first we had to wait for a patch that happened in April. We had to wait until I want to have a lobby with friends. Yeah, you only have 2 people. What? We had to wait till April for a 6-person lobby. Then, or a 6 or 10-person lobby. Then the story mode was a DLC, which at first was supposed to going to cost us $10, and ended up being free because people was complaining. It's like, why the fuck I was paid $10 for something that should have came with the game?
I know. Plus, the game was already fucking buggy. The game wasn't even really working anyway, so it's like, why even pay it?
Yeah. So it's like, well, I want this game. It should come with a story mode, but it's a DLC. And the thing is, the only reason why, because they hyped it up, they tried to rush it because they wanted to have it in time for EVO 2016. And that's fine and dandy. But, if you was going to, you should have did it earlier and then add the story mode. We shouldn't have to go through all this, but I digress. No.
I mean, don't worry, man. Hopefully, maybe one day Street Fighter V will actually work, or actually live up to that $60 that you actually spent it for.
Nah, I gave up on that. I'm pretty much just going to wait for 6.
Gotcha. As for me, let's see, work. Yeah, I mean,
I'm also on vacation, so there's that.
So how long are you on vacation?
Starting the 4th of this month till that Saturday.
Oh shit, that's cool. Hopefully you enjoy your vacation. I wish I had that long vacation. Is it paid vacation?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I wish I had that yet. For some reason I still didn't get that yet. But for me, I'm glad I got my last 2 pieces of my Megazord to Go Buster. So I was able to form that. I'm looking at it right now, actually.
I actually I saw the video on that, and that's cool.
Yeah, so I do play. Yeah, it's very underrated season. So I'm just gonna probably take time to review that this week. We'll start reviewing that, and hopefully that'll be up later this week. Otherwise, just usually work for me, nothing special, and sleeping and watching wrestling. And well, now since I'm seeing someone, that part as well. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. All right, so let's see what to go over first. I guess we go over like the breaking news of this week, which wasn't really a lot, except for 2 main things I want to point out. First things first, John Cena. It was rumored that he was going to be coming back to WWE sooner rather than later, but now we have an official concrete release. I said release date like it's a fucking video game. Return date. He will be coming back July 4th on the July 4th edition of Smackdown. So the 4th of July special. He tweeted that out, and he said he'll be back on July 4th. Now, before we give our thoughts on that, I was going to point out this is actually before Battleground. I figure he'll come back after Battleground so he can start the SummerSlam program. So this begs the question, will he actually be fighting at Battleground? Your thoughts on that?
I would probably say if we wait to see July 4th, who's actually going to step up, or or pretty much who are you going to feed John Cena to?
Probably whoever's WWE champion, which will
Um,
most likely be Jinder Mahal.
yeah,
Because again, they could try to record his to become a 17 time. I'm not saying John Cena would win, but like the whole story is just now all he has to do is win one more time to become the 17 time, the most reigns in any for that title period or any world title. So
yeah, but we're also at the same time. I think it also might be like Kevin Owens. Those two put on a hell of a match.
oh yeah, that was like almost like that was the feud of the year in 2015 in my opinion.
Yeah,
Or
so they
like
might
those
try.
matches back to back.
They might try to do that again or something. Well, we'll see. Or maybe whenever he does come back, maybe Rusev.
And I feel like he probably should. He should have came. Well, again, they dropped it. I will go over that on SmackDown, but like they dropped it for some reason. He was supposed to be at Money. He was supposed to. The whole point was he was supposed to have a match at Money Bank because he demanded one. Otherwise, he'd be going back to Bulgaria. So, but they, I guess, changed the plans, and now we have no idea when he's coming back. He hasn't talked about it since. So that's weird.
Well, on his side. Rusev has been on hockey mode ever since.
Yes, I did notice
prior to
that.
being back. So it's like part of him is like, yes, I want to get back into wrestling, but another part of him is like, I want to watch my Predators win. Because I didn't even, I mean, and I didn't know he was a Predators fan, but apparently he's a Predators fan because there was somebody on there who's actually Bulgarian that he knows, so he's actually rooting for that Bulgarian player.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much why he grabbed his attention. So while part of him wants to be wrestling, there's that other part of him that's like, well, if y'all don't really have nothing for me, I can just stand right here and watch this game and go to the games and cheer on my fellow Bulgarian.
Yeah, I mean that is fair, and it's also because again, sometimes it's nice that wrestlers have a break from stuff. They don't have to be on the road 24.
Also, I don't know how extent that injury is to him,
Mm-hmm.
but let him heal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like it was like okay enough for him to announce at he wants a championship match at Money Bank, which means the timetable would have been around this month for his return. So
I blame hockey.
the same thing with Summer Rae too. Summer Rae's been healed for a while now. They just don't know when to bring her back.
I don't think you know what to do with her.
They really don't. It's like they keep like she was like she just got into the magazine like what Maximum whatever. She's in that and they promoted that. But it's like my point is like where is she though? Where is she? I don't know.
I don't think they know exactly what to do with her at the moment.
They really don't. I mean, well, I guess we'll find out. But the other piece of news before we actually get started into our reviews of the shows is Hulk Hogan. He is rumored to be coming back sooner rather than later. It's the reason why is because Hulk Hogan apparently been in talks with WWE, and there was a Hulk Hogan poster that was in a Kids magazine, which was released internationally but the United States. And Hulk Hogan was also talking to Vince McMahon for the past month about his return, allegedly. But the magazine thing is real though, so he was actually featured in the magazine. So, what are your thoughts on? Actually, I was curious about your thoughts on Hulk Hogan in general about that whole situation.
Well, okay, so that whole thing with Hulk Hogan, that's him. You know, the thing is, it's a double-edged sword, in my opinion, on him, because one, he didn't necessarily know he was being taped. Now, I'm not saying that Hulk Hogan is racist. Hulk Hogan has black friends. He has Coco Beware. He has Coco Beware. Junkyard Dog's dead.
I know that's the only one. That was the only other one that popped up in my mind. Unless you consider Zeus a friend.
I think Zeus kind of said something about him.
Yeah, I can't even tell you.
But he has black friends. He's like some I just can't mention at the moment because I'm having a brain fart. But my point is, it's okay. It's pretty much like he'll I'm not saying that he'll never come back because those saying never say never in the WWE.
Yep.
If he comes back, he'll come back in a sense of probably backstage wise. They probably put him
Yep.
up front. He's not gonna have no major saying. They're probably gonna have him promote something or whatever. Probably near WrestleMania for all we know. He just wants to get back in their good graces because even though Hogan won that settlement, that settlement with Gawker and everything, Gawker doesn't have that kind of money. So Hogan's still trying to find some way to make the money to, pay off his divorces and stuff.
Exactly.
And the fact that he's talking to Vince McMahon, we'll see. Now, also Hulk Hogan has a tendency of fabricating things. So
yes.
we don't know. But also at the same time, just like you mentioned, he is on the magazine, even though that was international. And you can also tell that he didn't have too much of a bad falling out because unlike Chris Benoit, you can still look up Hulk Hogan matches
exactly. You can
on the WWE Network. So will Hulkamania come back? We'll see. Hopefully, if he does come back, it will be before he dies because we don't need another. I don't mean that as a morbid thing. I mean that as a truth because a lot of people said that, I hope the Ultimate Warrior comes back before he passes away, and he came back, and then he passed away. So it's like ha. So it's like I'm kind of hoping that while Hulk Hogan's still sort of healthy, let's hope that he actually comes back, all day.
Yep. I mean, I do agree. I mean, Hulk Hogan, despite whatever your thoughts of, I personally, I personally forgot what he did since it was 2 years ago. I didn't realize.
He had such a statement. He said the N word.
I mean, yeah.
And then technically he did. I mean, and technically, when you think about it, the reason he was pretty much saying that my daughter's dating this black guy and blah 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 blah. Okay, I understand where he's coming from. If I'm Hulk Hogan, I probably wouldn't want nobody dating my daughter either, black or white. That's pretty much what he is. I mean, and the sad part is, you also can't forget that, he had a sex tape.
Exactly. That's like kind of like the covering up part. Like people,
like he said the N word, but he had a sex tape. What's more worse?
Exactly. It was like he was hit with it was a double header for him. He had to deal with that and deal with that. I mean, the way I look at it, like we're all human. I'm not saying that you did, like we all probably said stuff that you probably didn't want nobody else to hear.
Yeah, I said it earlier today.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so it's like, again, it was just at a weak moment. Again, he didn't know he was being recorded. So, yeah, I don't really blame the guy. Again, we probably say stuff that nobody else wants to hear, just our own thoughts.
Now, don't get us wrong. He still should have never said it in the first place.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm not condoning what he said. It's just I can see like it from his point of view. Like in general, like it should have never been recorded in the first place. He should have never said it though, and nothing to worry about. But it's still just invasion of privacy. Period.
Yeah, so. I mean the man pretty much had his sex tape done like without with just the fuck.
Exactly. And speaking of sex tape, in related news, that just crossed my mind. Caitlyn. I can't remember say her fucking name. Caitlyn. You remember Caitlyn from?
Yeah, I remember. And I see it, and
yeah, I didn't see it yet, but the comment on one of the articles I read was hilarious. He said, "I need to see the video to testify."
It's something, but it's nah.
I mean, again, I have no interest in looking at it. But
if maybe it's me, maybe I'm a little phased out on wrestling sex tapes.
Yeah, because it's been like how many in the past 2 months? We had Paige, then we had Charlotte, and now Caitlyn. So, and I mean, and as many times with Sunny, but
jeez,
yes.
I don't even know why I watched that. That was worse than the China movies.
For research, probably.
No, there was no researching. There was no researching. Maybe if it was China when I was like 11 and she looked fine, sure. I mean, not China. I watched that too, and she had a bigger dick than Spock. But for Sunny, meaty. But but like you know how they say moose knuckles, she pretty much had like a moose fist.
Damn.
But for Sunny, that was just like it was more embarrassing. That's for Sunny, that was on the lines of walking in on your parents' sex tape.
No, I do understand that. I mean,
like
because she's very, very old.
It's like
old,
and she's not even good looking old. Like there's G-MILF movies out there. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just got finished eating the pizza. I just got finished eating the pizza. I'm not trying to throw it up now.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, otherwise that was pretty much all the related news outside of like WE in terms of like not happening in their continuity, like in their world, outside news. But other than that, let's just get started for Monday Night Raw. This was the final Raw before Extreme Rules, so it was the go-home show. We had two big matches. We had Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Then we had that triple threat match, which was Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Samoa Joe. But we will just go in order. First things first, The Miz came out, and he cut a very good promo. Talk about Dean Ambrose, how he's not worthy of being Intercontinental Champion, how last week he just wanted to prove a point, because last week he fought Elias Sampson. The Miz purposely attacked Elias Sampson so Dean Ambrose could disqualify, just proving the point that Extreme Rules, which boggles my mind that this is even a match at Extreme Rules. I'm putting emphasis on the Extreme Rules part. Dean Ambrose versus The Miz for the Intercontinental title. If Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, he loses the title at Extreme Rules. But I digress. Yeah, so he was talking about that, and then he invited, since this was Miz TV as well, he also invited Cesaro and Sheamus. Which is jarring to think about Cesaro and like Miz on almost like the same page, since they're both. I mean, since Cesaro's a heel, I would have never even thought today. Him and what you call it, but yeah. So they were talking, and then Dean Ambrose came out. Dean Ambrose said that he's not that like crazy to think that he could take all three of them on at once, so he needed a little assistance. The Hardy Boys came out. They would to run out Cesaro, Sheamus, and Miz from the ring. Then we had what we did not see in case it went off the air. Teddy Long came out and they announced a 6-man tag team match right there for Raw. I mean, for the 6-man tag to open the show for Raw. So we had our 6-man tag. But before we get into the match itself, what were your thoughts?
Wait, Teddy Long came out?
I was joking.
Okay, I'm great. Say like, wait, when the hey, you know what? Sometimes you look. Sometimes shit like that happens. Like I've went to live shows and
I know
shit like that has happened from where you don't expect it, and as we know, suddenly Teddy Long's here. Holla.
Tag team match.
And it's like, what the fuck you doing here? But yeah. So with that going on, if Miz loses this match on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
I don't want. I mean,
it's a hurt. I wouldn't say it's. You have to book it right. You have to book this right.
Yeah, like for something like this, Miz is the only champion that I know that has been putting over a mid-card title ever.
Yes, he really brought the Intercontinental title back to.
Yeah, like for a mid-card title, like that surprises me that a mid-card title, he goes and just like brings it to this point of I should be the champion and everything, and we do need that. But I'm starting to come a little bit around about I'm coming around with Dean Ambrose as the kind of champion. If you just give him something to do, he'll
Exactly.
do it. So
Exactly. I do feel you, yeah. But yeah, with so we'll go on to the match itself. 6-man tag, the Hardys and Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro and Sheamus and the Miz, which is a weird pairing in itself. It was a very decent match for the most part. Again, Matt Hardy, he can't decide whether or not he's broken or he's not broken, which has been. And one thing, I don't know. Side note, I don't know if you noticed this. I don't know if this was on purpose or not. Last week, not this Raw, the previous Raw, it was Matt Hardy versus Sheamus. Now, if you remember the pictures, like how they advertised the match, the first picture showed Matt Hardy like he was smiling, whatever, obviously reference to his broken gimmick. And then the second picture they showed right before the actual match was him with just a normal face. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I don't know.
I wanna say something. Now I'm probably gonna mention it later again, but I don't know if you know this, but Kevin Dunn has been fucking up a lot.
I remember, yeah, especially this week's. I don't know, what was it, this week's episode?
A SmackDown?
No, I'm talking Raw.
Both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like Seth Rollins, especially with fucking Seth Rollins.
Yeah, like, but for the past couple of weeks, between all the microphone issues and video issues and stuff like that,
he doesn't know what he's doing.
Kevin Dunn has legit. If it's either Kevin Dunn himself or Kevin Dunn's team or someone,
yeah,
like they legit been fucking up. So when you say something on the lines of, his pitch or Matt Hardy's pitcher, who knows?
I know. I want to give Davey the benefit of doubt, and I think he did that intentionally, but that's me giving him the benefit of doubt. But yeah, other than that, during the match, Matt Hardy did hit twist to face. Jeff Hardy was able to hit the Swanton Bomb in the Miz. 1, 2, 3. Again, this is all just building momentum for Extreme Rules, where the Hardys will have to face Sheamus and Cesaro one more time in the steel cage match. And as we already mentioned, Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. If for the Intercontinental title, Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, he will lose the title. So, any final thoughts on this match?
Nah. It's for a go home show, and we're going to realize it more and more. That and one of them match was probably the highlight of Raw. And it kind of all goes downhill from there.
Yeah, especially I'm pretty sure that I already know what you're talking about. One of the main reasons why I went downhill. But we'll get to that when we will get to that. Up next is Elias Sampson, his next match after his main roster debut against Dean Ambrose. He fought a local jobber. Now, I feel like this is much more important than what people realize. And this is, I think it is a big foreshadowing what will happen on Sunday. Elias Sampson, he was singing a song. Now, not a lot of people probably pay attention to the song itself, but he mentioned a few words that I were listening to. He was saying how he got helped by an A-lister, and he has to repay that debt, and that debt will be repaid and whatnot. I personally feel like, we'll get to Extreme Rules predictions later, he will definitely be involved in that match with Dean Ambrose and The Miz. I personally think he will be. So yeah, I mean, because if you look back at the song he was singing, he was referencing The Miz and Dean Ambrose. So I personally feel like he will be involved. People would have probably thought Maurice would, but I don't think it will be Maurice. I think Elias Sampson is going to be a big factor into that Intercontinental title match. But besides that, he just fought a local job. He's showing off his just squash match. Nothing really too special out of this. So anything else before we move on with that?
I never really put into it. I just first off, I had to explain to my dad about how it works. It's like, this local jobber. Yeah, they probably just find them somewhere, some local wrestling event. Hey, you want to wrestle for like $300 or whatever? Get some TV time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Blah 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 blah. And that's pretty much what happened. So it's just a good win for him. Hopefully, he'll wrestle some more credible wrestlers and not just jobbers, like the Braun Strowman route.
Yep.
Also, here's something I realized. It's a real difference of how how they're gonna work with somebody versus they're only good for something else. For instance, Elias Sampson, they're giving him this opportunity to get himself known by one wrestling Dean Ambrose and then two wrestling local jobber and winning.
Yep.
Versus Kurt Hawkins,
yeah, exactly.
who's just there to put over somebody.
Exactly.
Like since Kurt Hawkins came back, he's been what 0 and what?
No, he did win one against Dolph Ziggler. He did win one.
What was that?
I do recall that. I do. It was like around November. I do remember that.
Show us how much I've been paying attention.
But he legit only won one match though. That's my point though. He only won.
Even with that one match, how many times has he lost? And here's the thing: was that one match clean?
Oh yeah, no, it was. He defined clean. Like he rolled him up, like out of nowhere.
Was Ziggler distracted?
No, there was like no distraction. Like he just rolled him out. I mean, he held. Never mind, wasn't clean. He held the tights. So.
I mean, then again, a victory is a victory. So
yeah, that's right. At the end of the
day, we're not counting win-loss records here.
Yeah, we clearly.
But at the same time, the fact of the man's pretty much there to put people over, and that's all he's getting paid for. He's pretty much this generation Barry Horowitz.
Well, in a recent interview from his, he was talking like along. Not saying that he's a jobber. He was talking about along lines of how like before he got released in his first run WWE, he was talking about how JTG used to always hide in catering just to get his $300 for that day, and that was it. While Kurt Hawkins was pissed because he wanted to actually just wrestle. He didn't care if he lost every single week. He just wanted to be out there and wrestle because he loves doing this. And I can completely stand behind that. It's like, even if like you're probably losing a couple matches back in a row, if you love doing this, go out there and do it. Show them that you want to do this. So I guess that's where they can rely on Kurt Hawkins. He knows that he's not. He'll never. I'm not saying never. He'll never probably be WWE's golden, like one of their golden childs. But if he can just show himself and just like show himself to the audience, that's all he cares about. Then, like, why not? So. That was just a recent interview from him that I do listen to. But yeah. Moving on, though, to one, in my opinion, the match of the night, the triple threat match between Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, and Bray Wyatt. Probably one of the last good points before it just derailed.
Yeah.
I think at this point, this was the last high point for it. Just the show just derailed a lot afterwards. But yeah,
everything just went to shit.
It
went to shit to a point where I'm going to let you, to a certain point, I'm starting to let you tell me what's going on, because after a while, I stopped watching. Start playing Overwatch, because it's like.
Yeah, I can understand. No, this Raw was not. But again, I'm a big fan of Davey, but even I can admit sometimes they fucked up. After this point in the show, this show just went off the rails. Not in a good way, just went off the rail. There was one other good segment, I will admit, that happened after this, but other than that, I don't think any other segment that happened after this match, it wasn't really that good. But yeah, this match in general was just great. Again, I'm just glad, I'm just glad like people like Samoa Joe, who's been doing this for years, is considered a main eventer now, as he should be. Also, he can fight alongside the likes of Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt, and it makes it sound like he's supported. I'm also glad that Bray Wyatt is also getting attention because again, he's been on like losing feud after feud, but he's been pretty dominant for mostly the past couple of weeks up until this week. He was like the dominant person on on Raw with the 5 people that he's competing against. So yeah, Bray Wyatt. And as for Finn Balor, I mean, even though he did lose last week against Roman Reigns. Was that last week? I feel like that was last week. But that was
last week Roman Reigns faced Finn, didn't he?
Or no, I think it was the week before because last week I think he fought Carl Anderson. He did fight Carl Anderson last week. Never mind. It was reverse. Roman Reigns fought The reason why I know that because that was also saying they Seth Rollins fought Bray Wyatt. I do remember that. It was a reverse. Never mind. So that was 2 weeks ago, but that's besides the point. The point is that shit, I lost my train of thought. The point is that this match was very, very good. There was a couple cool spots like Finn Balor. He did the what the hell is it called? Not the suicide dog. The other move when he goes over the rope, landing on both of them. Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt. Those, I swear, Finn Balor's kicks to the face when he does those running kicks outside. It's like it just sounds like it fucking hurts.
The PK kick or the penalty kick.
Yes, that's what it's called. Yeah, it just sounds like it fucking hurts. Like you can hear that shit go off of your skull if it's hit correctly. But in the end, Samoa Joe, he was able to win with, I think it was the Coquina clutch against Finn Balor.
No, what happened?
Oh, no.
What happened? Yeah, Finn Balor hit the coup de grace on Bray Wyatt, and then Joe came back in, knocked him out of the ring, and then pinned Finn Balor.
So Samoa Joe won.
I said what's it called?
He pinned Bray Wyatt. Yeah. Samoa Joe pinned Bray Wyatt, which he desperately needed. I mean, he didn't really need it because he also won the previous week too. I feel like it was a big win for Samoa Joe.
There was also an interview that said that of him backstage. It was like he's pretty much been undefeated in this whole.
In this whole situation, yeah.
In this whole situation, he's been undefeated,
which is
and that gives him the momentum going into Extreme Rules.
Exactly, and it really does. I mean, that's all. That's pretty much summing up with all five of these people. They just need momentum, and I think right now the people who have the best momentum is actually Bray Wyatt and Samoa Joe. They look dominant for weeks. So
and Roman Reigns, but
fuck Roman Reigns, but who cares? Yeah, but other than that, any final thoughts with this one before we try to get through the rest of the show?
I would probably this was pretty much my match of the night. It showed. I mean, you don't expect nothing but the best out of Samoa Joe and Finn Balor because we've seen how they work back in NXT. You don't expect nothing less from them. If Finn Balor to the mix and how Finn Balor works his ways and everything, you got yourself a great match. And it's going to be interesting coming up Sunday.
Exactly. It definitely will. Now we get on to whatever else happened on Raw. I will try to be coherent with this. First off, it was Rich Swann versus Noam Dar. Now, earlier, before Raw even went on the air, it was announced that Extreme Rules will be a mixed tag team match with Rich Swann versus Sasha. Rich Swann, Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. My first question to this is, what the hell did Sasha Banks do backstage?
That's what I'm saying. Like, poor Sasha.
What the fuck did she do? She must have pissed off somebody.
I don't think that she pissed off anybody. It's one of those things of right now they have nothing for her to do. Right now, she'll be back in the title contention, but rather right now they have nothing for her to do. I feel like the next couple of months is going to be Alyssa Bliss
and Sasha. Well, you know what happened? Now that I think about it, you know what happened was Emma. Emma got injured. Remember, it was supposed to be a program between her and Dana Brooke. That's just literally just dropped.
Yeah,
Emma got injured. I think that was supposed to be the secondary women's program.
But not just that. I feel like there's also going to be Nia Jax is going to get her little title match coming up soon.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know when.
Bliss.
Yeah, I don't know when, but I see that happening.
Might be at Great Balls of, which is still fucking ridiculous. Great Balls of Fire.
I keep forgetting that's the thing.
Great Balls of Fire. But yeah, Rich Swann, he fought Noam Dar with Sasha Banks in the corner of Rich Swann and Alicia Fox in the corner of Noam Dar. Again, one of those cruiserweight matches on when it comes to Raw where it's just very quick and to the point. Rich Swann defeated Noam Dar with the Phoenix Splash. Was it Phoenix Splash? I think he did on 205 Live, or was the other way around? I think it was both times. I think on both times, but that's besides the point. Yeah, nothing really much special there. And yeah, any thoughts on that? Because otherwise, well, Sasha Banks was dancing at the end, so that's nice, I guess. Otherwise, anything else before we move on?
She got dance moves. That's
that was a nice thing to see, I guess. I mean, yeah, not really much to say there. Again, the cruiserweight stuff, their most important cruiserweight stuff usually happen on 205 Live. So we'll just check out there, see if that anything else really important happened there. Moving on to the big deal, Titus O'Neil. You know, the Titus brand. He fought Kalisto. Now, yes, Kalisto. This whole thing with fucking Mr. Personality himself, Apollo Crews, and this, I don't. Where is this going? Is Apollo Crews heel now? That's my first question to you. Do you think he's heel now?
Who cares?
I know who cares, but it's like
it's slowly getting to it, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't care, because what's heel Apollo Crews going to look like versus face Apollo Crews?
Nothing is. Again, never forget. I will never forget the week after the Superstar shakeup. Him versus Kurt Hawkins. Crickets when you heard Apollo Crews' entrance. It was like crickets.
It's like, oh,
crickets.
Oh, you're here too?
Yes, like nobody gave a shit about Apollo Crews.
It's like no one gave a shit about Kurt Hawkins. Now people don't extra give a shit when Apollo Crews came out. And then you know what makes it even worse?
Mm-hmm.
No one gives a shit about Kalisto. Yep. And no one gives a shit about Titus O'Neil.
Well, I mean, to be fair, out of all three of them, Titus O'Neil, they do somewhat just because he's in.
Titus O'Neil is probably the only person that makes it interesting.
Exactly. With the whole Titus thing, yeah.
But between Kalisto coming out with his techno version of his Lucha song,
that's so fucking stupid.
That like barely 5 people dance to whenever the cameras catch him.
Yeah, they got it.
And Apollo Crews coming out just meh. Like Titus O'Neil was like the only other person that actually makes it watchable.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I don't know. Maybe this might lead into like a return for Darren Young because he's been out. I know all I'm listing is just jobbers after jobbers after jobbers. But Darren Young, he's been injured, so maybe he might get involved in this once he comes back.
And then that's another one that's just like, okay, so but then you look at Darren Young like, but where are we going to put him at?
I don't know.
Let's put him, because the one thing is, I would want Darren Young to not be anywhere near a Titus O'Neil feud ever the fuck again.
Well, you talking
about
last year. They're saving that for WrestleMania. That's a WrestleMania match right there.
Don't make me stab you.
That's a WrestleMania match right there.
Do we not remember that one particular Raw feud last year of those two?
I remember.
And it was just like,
it's fucking retarded.
It
just dropped like so quickly. It was fucking retarded.
Because no one cared.
They were better. They should have never broke up. That's the whole point.
You're right. They probably should have never broke up.
They were perfectly fine together. Like,
and to be honest, they actually would have made a little bit of a
They were tag team champions, for God's sake.
Yeah, they would have been. They would have, the way the titles are going right now, they would have been perfect as tag teams. But
whatever.
Who knows?
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I guess one thing I forgot to mention: Titus O'Neil did actually win against Kalisto. So
who cares?
Like, yeah, who gives a shit?
And they took a picture, and they all went in the back, and then they all stared in the mirror and take a good look at themselves, as if, what am I doing with my life?
I know, what are we doing? So, any final thoughts on that before we actually move on to?
Can we just move on?
Yeah.
I have no
And we will move on to probably the most talked about segment of the week.
In a bad way.
Yes, and definitely in a bad way. I had to. So let me tell you, I want to walk you through this and what I experienced this. What I'm talking about, if you guys don't know, the program with Alexa Bliss and Bailey. Alexa Bliss had a "This Is Your Life" for Bailey. So okay, how should I describe this? I feel like what fucked it up wasn't Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, I feel like she did the best she could. What fucked it up was everybody else that was involved. You can tell.
I will counteract that with. Actually, no. I don't think you. I think you're right. I think now that I think about it, Alexa Bliss did try because she tried to make it what it was. Like for it to be good. She tried. She fucking tried.
Yes.
But it's like so I don't know. So I don't know if you saw the rumor that that Vince Russo apparently has been talking.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
At first I didn't believe it either.
But after this,
and then after this, like between.
I feel you, man.
Between the fact of Candlestick or the pole match, wow, that's kind of screams Vince Russo.
Yes, it still doesn't make fucking sense.
And then through this, it's just like this all screams Vince Russo. And then you see this article that apparently he's been talking to him. It's like, fuck. Okay, maybe he should like be fired again.
I mean, I didn't know he was
getting hired. True?
Yeah. I just don't get. I don't.
Also, let me ask you your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
So, is he trying to say that his father is gay? And
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't.
Or the father was just like following
Bailey
around forever and ever until, like, I don't. So, like, you're trying to say that her father is just a creep. That's all I got from this.
I feel like, you know what? I feel like it would have been much more entertaining if none of them was there and it was just Alexa Bliss explaining all like the stuff that was on the table. I feel like that would have been way more entertaining because like Alexa Bliss could spun it. She could have spun it into anything that she wanted to. So I feel like that would have been much more better than what the fucking people that they had for it. Because those people, I mean, I'm not saying they don't know how to act, but they clearly don't know how to act in terms of a wrestling world. So it's like, I feel like no, they was acting just to be acting compared to acting in the context of wrestling. That's the best way I can describe it.
I guess
they fell out of place, but
it just completely.
It was so sad. I had a hard time looking at it.
Then it goes. I'm sorry for a second. I'm turning on my fan, but then it goes to, I actually had a crush on you.
And nobody cared.
And no one cared. Like, I've seen worse Jerry Springer episodes than I did this. This was just okay. And here's the thing. So, a statistic was saying that they have done 3 "This Is Your Life" segments.
Mm-hmm.
Only one of those was good, and we all know what that one was.
Which was the first one.
Yes. And maybe, just maybe, they should stop doing those.
Exactly. Like, lightning doesn't strike twice, let alone 3 times. So this is your 3rd attempt at this, so it wasn't going. I get, like, I felt like on paper it looked good on paper. Had it not been having the act, I guarantee if it was just like Alexa Bliss just talking, I feel like it would have been much more better and people would have been more interested because again, Alexa Bliss, like she has a lot of heat, so they were like wanting her anyway, but listen to the other people talk was just so unbearable. It was just ridiculous. So yeah, but what happened after that was Bailey thankfully came out to end the segment and she was fighting Alexa Bliss, but then Bailey was trying to get the kendo stick on a pole, which I gotta mention at Extreme Rules. Alexa Bliss will face Bailey for the Raw Women's title in a kendo stick on the pole match.
Kendo stick on the pole match.
Yes, where the rules are if you can grab the kendo stick on the pole, it will be legally be able to use it in the match. Despite the fact
wait, hold on. So wait. Okay, so now that you mention this, okay?
I know it's ridiculous.
So, okay, so okay. I'm trying to get my thoughts together on this. I know I just want to say this the best way I can. All right. So you want to try to tell me that to win this match, and this would be the biggest fuck you ever to fans ever. Okay, just imagine this. The rule states that it doesn't state that if you're the first one to get the kendo stick and hit your opponent, you win. Like how most traditional pole matches where if you be the first one to climb up and grab this,
you win.
There has been other matches where you
get the object and
you get the object, you use it whatever it's just used like some test on a pole match or whatever. Okay. But they never really stated that if you climb up to the thing, you get the kendo stick, you hit your opponent, that person wins. They never state that, right? Wouldn't it be the biggest fuck you of all time if they just say, "Oh, we're just not going to use the kendo stick at all"?
I mean, it's
here's your scenario. Barely he's climbing up to the thing. Oh, she's climbing up. She's almost there. She touches it. She grabs it down. But wait, Alexa Bliss is right there. Oh my God! Power bomb off the top rope. 1, 2, 3.
Alexa Bliss retains without even touching the kendo stick. I know because technically it's just pinfall and submission. They're just saying if you can grab the kendo stick, you can legally use it. My whole thing is they better take out all the fucking kendo sticks from under the ring then.
And that's another thing.
Tell me that this is actually gonna fucking work.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like
it's fucking it's so retarded.
It's like you. So yeah, like okay, there's that too. Like
it's like for God's sakes, even despite the fact that the whole Dean Ambrose and Miz match,
I was just going to ask you about that.
Despite that, at least that one has high stakes to it. Like again, Dean Ambrose is unstable. Can he actually control himself to retain his Intercontinental title? He has no choice. If he gets disqualified, he will lose the title, even if potentially or not. He has to control himself. So that for me seems like even a more stakes match than like this. Like this is fucking retarded. You know what this is? This is Triple H versus Kevin Nash at TLC 2011 in the ladder match with the sledgehammer, where whoever got the sledgehammer they could legally use it. I will always roll my eyes on that, and it's like, what the fuck, Triple H? You didn't have an extra sled. There's only one sledgehammer. Sledgehammer in WE, and you're the only person that has it. It's like, what the fuck? I don't. This match just doesn't make any sense. You can't tell me.
And the thing is that look, Bailey might not be the best talker in the world, but she is a good wrestler.
Yes.
Okay, she deserves better. Alexa Bliss
deserves better.
And here's the thing. She's at Wizard World this weekend. I don't know if you know that, because here in Philadelphia, folks, we have Wizard World, and this weekend is our convention, and Alexa Bliss is actually there this weekend, and she's going to be actually playing. This is why I really wish I could go, but she's actually going to be playing Tekken 7, and if you beat her in Tekken 7, you win a free copy. Which I'm saying to myself, well, if I be here, shouldn't I just like take it home? Because I feel like I deserve that. But
okay.
but if I was there, I probably would say, listen, you deserve better. And as a matter of fact, and you know what? I want to bring up something too about this. As I say, she deserves better. I don't know if I want to bring it into the Smackdown conversation.
No, I mean you can bring it up now. It doesn't matter.
But it does have to do.
If it has to do with Alexa Bliss, then you could bring that up.
No. It actually has to do with Nia Jax.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's on Raw, so it's
okay. Really so did you see the tweet that Nia Jax said?
Yes, I did see that.
Okay. They deserve better. Exactly,
because at least the SmackDown women are actually being used. All of them are being used,
and they're being used to a good like at least this match.
They actually feel important. They actually feel important.
Yes, like I mean, no matter who wins or whatever, this match is pretty important here. Versus
candlestick on the pole. Like Kindle, it's so fucking. It's the most dumbest thing I ever. It could have been anything else on a pole.
And people wonder. People wonder, you know, why SmackDown is considerably
the better show.
The better show now, even on its off day.
Well, again, the issue, I get where Raw's coming from. They had SmackDown is 2 hours. They can tell the stories they need to tell in 2 hours. Raw has to drag out those stories for an additional hour.
I used to believe in that excuse, but no more.
I know.
I can't go with the fact that
especially with the cruiserweights they're able to fill an hour thanks to cruiserweights, so they technically only really have 2 hours.
Yeah, but like I can't go on to say that with the 2 hours, like even when SmackDown has their off days, they still put on a better show than Raw, except for 2 matches that Raw has had. Like you can go ahead because you can go ahead and finish out the whole rest of the Raw talk right now. Because after that, I stopped watching because it all went downhill from there.
I feel like no. Go ahead.
Like it's like, okay, so after this segment coming up, don't forget coming up is Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Because we all know who's going to win that match.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, what else do you have to give me? I already saw the Hardys in the beginning. I already saw Dean Ambrose and The Miz.
Exactly.
It's Sheamus and Cesaro and Samoa Joe and Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt all in the beginning. And you just showed me Alexa Bliss and Bayley in probably the worst segment ever. But that's kind of the reason why I watch Raw. For them. I'm not interested in anybody else. And you put your best in the top hour and a half, almost 2 hours of the show. What else you got left?
I feel like
what the R-Truth Goldust thing, even though
I feel like that's the best thing ever.
And other than the fact that I love that Goldust is going back to his roots, why does R-Truth have to go Dolomite on us? I did see that clip, and it's like, no, don't ruin a good thing. That's Goldust's gimmick. Let Goldust have that. Don't come here and be like, oh well, I watched Dolomite and I can quote Pulp Fiction quotes and stuff like that. Like, no, just no one cares. R-Truth, let Goldust be Goldust. Like, what else do you have to show me? So go ahead, continue talking about Raw. I'm just going to sit here and just.
I got you. No, I mean, what I was going to bring. I feel like the last good, in my opinion, the last good Raw that was overall throughout the whole show was a good Raw. When that Raw was better than SmackDown, I feel like it was the Raw after Royal Rumble this past year when Samoa Joe made his debut. I feel like that was
Yeah.
I feel like that was the last good Raw, like in an overall standpoint. Like
Yeah.
throughout the whole show, it was like Seth Rollins was pissed at Triple H, and Seth McMahon came out and said, Triple H is gonna come out. Like, it was a bunch of shit going on. Not only that, then freaking the whole thing with Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho the week right before the Festival of Friendship. Like there was a lot of stuff like that. Raw had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I think I would actually have to agree. I mean, and it's like saying that there has been Raws where it's actually been, some watchable ones that I actually watched to the end. But the past couple of weeks,
you want to know the reason why? Because Braun Strowman was the best part of Raw.
Yeah, and you know what?
It was. No, he literally was.
Know what? You are right. I miss Braun Strowman. I do. I really do.
He was literally, because for the first fucking time in like I'll say 2 years, Roman Reigns met his fucking match. We finally have somebody who can legitimately beat Roman Reigns.
Clean,
yeah, that's the point. Cleanly too, like legitimately can beat him cleanly. Not even technically Brock Lesnar can say that, but Braun Strowman, like, that's my point. We're missing Braun. That's all it is. We're missing Braun Strowman.
You know what?
That's what it is.
You know what? You're
Braun Strowman's been the best part. Anything that involved Braun Strowman after the Royal Rumble that was the best. Those always the best segments. Anything after the Royal Rumble.
You know what?
It is.
You're right. You're right, and oh my God!
So until Braun Strowman comes back, I mean, this is how it is.
Oh man,
it was, yeah, I know. It was Braun Strowman. That's literally the answer to it. It was Braun Strowman. Literally even made Kalisto interesting to one point for 1 week.
Yeah,
that's the point. He even make Kalisto fucking interesting. And if you can make fucking Kalisto interesting, that's saying something. So,
wow, I never
thought of. Yeah, see, when you think about it, Braun Strowman literally was the reason why Raw was good.
I never thought of it like that.
The show, yeah. But there is one interesting. The only other interest. This is what I said. I guess it was two of them, and they were back to back. First thing, first things first. Did you catch Corey Graves talking to Kurt Angle about the whole slanderous thing or whatever? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, like it's very weird that
it came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere. There was like no. I actually legit had to think back of what did Kurt Angle do to
exactly
to start this? He hasn't done nothing. I don't think that he. Okay, I don't know.
I know it's just weird. It came out of nowhere. I mean, the only thing we can
and the thing is apparently Kurt Angle knows what's going on, and it's like
the only thing I can interpret this as is maybe this might have something to maybe either one or two things. Either Kurt Angle was about to plan his wrestling return, or maybe Corey Graves is turning heel and he might try to take over his Raw GM. It's a bunch of things. Because Corey Graves was involved a lot this week with him and with Enzo, which brings you to the point. Enzo, for the second week in a row, got attacked. We don't know by who. Now, last week, we do know the Revival was there because we did, even though it wasn't, clearly in shot, we could clearly see the Revival back of Sasha Banks walking from somewhere. The Revival did say they were backstage because they worked there. Obviously, logical answer. So, but they were doing top guy stuff, and Enzo Amore is not a thing on their radar. Yeah, on their radar. So Corey Graves was saying how Corey Graves did say before this spot happened. Corey Graves was talking about how Big Cat's probably watching that video very closely. Who attacked Enzo? And the Big Cat saying, "Were you implying that I attacked Enzo or whatnot?" Now, before I go any further, I want to bring up somebody on Twitter literally blew my mind about this. I gotta show this picture. Where is it? It literally blew my mind when I even though it's obvious the person probably is Big Cass, but just in terms of like story detail, I feel like this was the best. If they actually go this route, this was the best story. Here we go, right here. I'm about to screen cap it real quick. Screen share. I said screen cap, screen share. Application window right there. Alrighty, present to everyone. All right,
I seen this picture. Yeah, and
yes,
I seen this picture.
This picture was.
And he said like I would like to shake the hand of the man who attacked
Enzo, and then
and
that very next
know,
week, Big Cass, after arguing with him, he just I felt it weird in general. He just shook his hand. And it's like, what the like? It put in that context. Holy shit! This is probably the greatest storytelling they've done in fucking years. Attention to detail,
foreshadowing.
Yes, I mean, like it's obvious. It's at this point, it's kind of obvious that it is Big Cass, but it was just like the way they went about this. Like that's just like fucking foreshadowing right there. I don't know if like. And it really goes to show that everything is important on the show. Like, you have to pay attention to everything that happens on the show, even the fucking commentators. Which even yes, I do mean Booker T as well. So
as much as I don't want to.
Yeah. So you have to pay attention to what everybody. Now I have no choice but pay attention to fucking commentary because like that is like fucking like if they actually go this route and use this as well. It's like that was fucking. I will admit that was fucking. Whoever wrote this storyline, like that was fucking brilliant. I mean, just randomly after arguing with him, he shook his head. Like, that was fucking brilliant.
That's the one guy who's actually paying attention to everything versus
everybody
else.
Exactly. So it's like that. I just want to point that out. So yeah, Big Cass was talking about how he feel like it is a revival. He know it is. It makes think they won't do it again. So I guess we'll find out next week what happens there. So anything else before we move on to the next segment?
Just keep it coming because, like I told you, after this is
your
life, I kind of just.
I know. Next match was another cruiserweight match: Austin Aries and Jack Gallagher versus Neville and TJP. And this was actually, I feel like the big moment. Austin Aries, not only did he beat Jack Gallagher, not only did he beat Neville, he made him submit. Nobody has made Neville submit since coming back to Raw under the cruiserweight division. Nobody has ever submitted him before. So like this was big because at Extreme Rules they had one final match in a submission match, which I feel like is gonna be a match of the night. Him versus Austin versus Neville in a cruiserweight title match in the submission match. So he actually made him tap out. So that was very interesting in my opinion. So that was it for that. And so any thoughts on that before we go on to the main event?
Well, I did see how that was leading up to 205 Live because I did catch a little bit of the 205 Live, but
yeah.
But all I said that he would. But let's see what happens on Sunday.
Oh yeah, you will see. And last but not least, the main event: Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I mean, again, this makes me question. The only thing that this made me question was what was the true ending to their Money in the Bank match had Roman Reigns not gotten suspended. Who would have actually won? And I feel like this Raw answered that question. It would have been Roman Reigns who would have won that match.
Would have been Roman Reigns
had he not been suspended. So, I mean, it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very good match.
Listen, of course, it would have been Roman Reigns.
But Roman Reigns, I know, of course, because why the fuck not? Why wouldn't it be Roman Reigns? Any answer you ask yourself, why this happened? I mean, why is it Roman Reigns? The simple answer is because why wouldn't it be Roman Reigns? Why wouldn't Roman Reigns come out as number 30 as the Royal Rumble instead of Samoa Joe or Finn Balor? Why wouldn't it be Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns always involves himself in the fucking situations that have nothing to do with him. The Royal Rumble had nothing to do with him. Literally nothing. Like, you had your shot earlier in the show against Kevin Owens, and yet, you decided yourself. You didn't see fucking AJ Styles do that shit when he lost the title to John Cena. You didn't see him do that shit. So why did you have to do it? But yeah, Roman Reigns won. It just like ended with just him winning and just celebrating. So that was the go home show for Raw, just leading up to Extreme Rules for the Fatal 5-Way match. So yeah, your thoughts on that before we move on to the actual battle show of the week, which was SmackDown.
Okay, so I was just actually going to say that Roman's going to win Sunday, but I had to remind myself next pay per view coming up is Great Balls of Fire after Extreme Rules. They're not going to waste Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar.
Be right. I mean, I would like them to, but we both know that they won't. I
They
don't.
won't. And will we even call it B-rated? This seems like a C.
I'm saying it's B solely because Brock Lesnar is on it.
I guess, but even then,
That's the only thing that's making it a B. I know otherwise it'd be a C.
But
the only thing that's making it a B because Brock Lesnar is on it. This is literally his first title defense since WrestleMania. I mean, his first match since WrestleMania. So,
but it's like they're not going to. So I don't think if Roman wins, it will be a surprise. And I feel like if Roman wins, that means that Finn might face him at SummerSlam. I don't think that's going to happen. But if Roman was to win Sunday to face him at Great Balls of Fire, then I feel like Roman's going to lose the Great Balls of Fire.
Well, obviously, Brock Lesnar not losing the title.
And then, well, no. I feel like Finn might actually win it back at SummerSlam, since they actually did have a plan for Finn to actually hold his belt.
Oh yeah, I know the original plan. Yeah, I remember the original plan.
So I feel like they still might go with that and whatnot.
But
who knows? It depends on who's looking at the script and say, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Exactly. I mean, I guess we'll give more of our take on them when we get to our official predictions later. But moving on to SmackDown, which first started off with, again, the highlight reel with Kevin Owens, again, just showing the fact that he took out Chris Jericho and everything that he did, he can do 2 times better or 10 times better. And his first guest on the show was Shinsuke Nakamura. And before Shinsuke Nakamura could even say anything, Baron Corbin decided to interrupt him. He was talking about how Shinsuke Nakamura's nobody called Karen. I said Karen. Kevin Owens, Cartman, which I guess is a running gag now. This is like second time in a row somebody called.
Yeah, and I had something to say about that too.
Yeah. So they were about to get up on Nakamura. Nakamura was starting to fight back, and a number of games started happening. Sami Zayn, which I'm shocked. I expect to be out for at least another week. After getting taken off the ambulance, he decided to show up, and just like in a similar situation, almost parallel to Raw, Teddy Long came out again after the break, and I don't know, I'm lying because it seems they actually announced the tag team match before. And, between him and Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin. So before we get on the match, what were your thoughts on that?
Okay, so here's what I have to say about
the Cartman thing.
About the whole Cartman thing. Who is going around? All right, so because we all know the whole thing of someone in the back is pretty much saying something to the wrestlers to say what they have to say.
Michael P.S. says.
Yeah, whatever. So it's happened with the Miz. It's happening with the Miz and Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose calling Dean Ambrose lazy and whatever. And that's apparently something that they've been saying backstage. So they want to bring it to the front. Then you have this. There's been the whole rumor that since Kevin Owens has been on SmackDown, they made Kevin Owens wear a suit. And the reason why they made Kevin Owens wear a suit is because Vince McMahon, while he likes Kevin Owens as a wrestler, he hates his body type.
which is so fucking weird when you think about it. Because again, back in the classic days of wrestling, look at the people you had, Yokosuda, Earthquake and Tornado.
Typhoon.
Or Tycoon, yeah, whatever.
I said tornado. That's a tornado.
Yeah. I mean, like those types of people were clearly out of shape. At least Kevin Owens can actually fucking move like a fucking normal heavyweight or like a light heavyweight. So it's like, what is the issue here?
Well, the issue is the fact of you also got to remember back then, even though he gave Yokozuna the belt, he gave Yokozuna the belt because Japan versus America. Those were the kind of storylines that hit. So you have that, even though Yokozuna is not Japanese, he's Samoan, but you know that thing. Earthquake never held a major title. He's gone after major title superstars like the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, but he never had a major belt. Now, this is where you can tell the power struggle between Vince's people and Triple H's people. If it was up to Vince, and clearly we all know what it is when it's up to Vince, Roman Reigns would be wrestling at both Raw and SmackDown.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, because he likes his body type. Even though he's still words of us, he likes his body type. Someone like Kevin Owens is someone who he kind of didn't really expect to be the way he is now as far as popularity.
Exactly.
Hell, even AJ Styles. The fact that they pulled the trigger on AJ Styles means the fact of he doesn't have the cut physique like Vince wants, and he's short compared to everyone else. Okay, because we all know Vince likes his men tall, dark, and handsome. Hence, because everyone likes to say that with Jinder Mahal being champion, oh yeah, with Jinder Mahal champion because he, the deal with India, and that might be true, but do you think they would have gave that to anyone who wrestled for India? No. The fact that Jinder Mahal looks like what he looks like right now, pretty much gave Vince McMahon the taste of curry. So, so that's the reason why I feel like he pulled the trigger into letting him hold his title. Well, one of the reasons why. Now I could be wrong about that. Not a lot of people like to say, "Oh, that's not the reason why." Blah, blah, blah. That's just my opinion. But at the same time, I'm looking at it at the fact of Kevin Owens is a man who he has proved time and time again that he can out wrestle
mostly everybody on the roster.
Mostly everyone who is supposedly the fit muscle bound wrestler. I have a friend who doesn't like Kevin Owens. He doesn't like Kevin Owens because he's fat.
What?
And I'm like, you're an idiot.
Exactly, I know.
Okay, just because a man has a different size thing than someone else doesn't mean the man can't wrestle. Exactly. The man that you like can't wrestle compared to Kevin Owens' wrestling thing or wrestling abilities.
Exactly.
Okay, because you look at his wrestling abilities, and it's like for a man that size, you wouldn't expect him to be like this, but who knows?
No, I do get your point. It's just weird how they just keep making fun of him, and just Kevin Owens just taking. I don't know if he's agreeing to it or not. I have no idea. But yeah.
I feel like he'll just do what he does. Okay, he'll wrestle wherever he'll wrestle, and he'll entertain the crowd.
Exactly.
No matter what, people are still going to be on his side.
Yep. I do agree with that. But moving on to the actual match itself, Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn teaming up against Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin. It was kind of reversed. Now, people were complaining the previous week. Oh, yeah, even though you weren't on the show. How did you feel about that jobber entrance with Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles?
I Okay, see everyone was saying, you know, oh, they got a job entrance. Not really, because okay, they already came out earlier
Exactly.
when when they was announcing everyone for the Money in the Bank thing. Everyone had the thin matches
I know, like they
already,
already had their fucking entrances. I know.
and with AJ Styles coming out, they use fireworks. That I'm pretty sure they only
Already
packed. That I'm pretty sure they
once.
only packed. Yeah, one fireworks. They probably don't have like, all right. For instance, you only see Kane once a night when he was wrestling. That's because they don't have a bunch of pyro ready to go off every time Kane comes out. So
Exactly.
so just because they already used the fireworks for AJ Styles entrance, and I'm pretty sure no one. I'm pretty sure as much as hype as Sasuke Nakamura's entrance is, I'm pretty sure they don't have 5 minutes for another entrance.
Exactly. And it was the end of the show, so I do understand that. But it was like a lot of people were like my brother was
It's
mainly upset. It was like, what the
no,
fuck?
it's not a job of entrance. It's pretty much, listen. We have it's one thing I learned when I was training in wrestling. You um
It's time. It's like
it's
all
a
the
lot
time.
of time management. You only have a certain amount of time to do something, and then you have to. So it's like, okay, how are you gonna do your entrance? Is it going to be quick and fast? Are you just gonna walk out the ring the regular way, or are you gonna just just run and just go there or whatever? I mean, look at most of Bray Wyatt's matches where he just teleports to the ring.
Exactly.
You know, like that's not everyone has to have their elaborate entrance. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
No, I do completely understand. Like, but I didn't really get, I didn't mean to get into job rates. I was talking about how one of the main issues people had on Twitter is just how Shinsuke Nakamura was booked like 2 weeks ago when he was in that tag team match, how he looked like he was the weaker one compared to AJ, and the AJ is the one who saved it. Even though Shinsuke Nakamura got the pinfall, people were complaining about that. So I guess the reverse happened this week, where Sami Zayn was one who was taking the most of the beating throughout the match, and then Shinsuke Nakamura came and saved him.
And something else about that too. Um, look, I know people are loving Sasuke Nakamura and he's their
I know.
child, but here's the thing: this is not New Japan Pro Wrestling. Even I have to agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
This is not New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is WWE.
Yeah, yeah.
You watch WWE to know that your heroes get beat up sometimes.
I mean,
Okay,
the argument I was trying to put it as is like, again, as I kept saying, like, despite what people like to call it, NXT is still developmental. Technically, Shinsuke Nakamura was a developmental wrestler, but once he came into the main roster, yes, he may be good, but he's not in the context of WWE. He's not on the same level as the main roster people. Hence, why he had a hard time with Dolph Ziggler. You would have thought he would have breezed through his ass. Hence why he had a hard time with Dolph Ziggler at Backlash throughout most of that match. Because again, there's a different stage between developmental. Again, even though we both know he's not developmental, I'm just trying to make it sense in the context of WWE. He was still a developmental wrestler in their eyes.
pretty much. I put it down like this: people have to understand that your wrestling darling from New Japan Pro Wrestling is not going to be invincible.
Exactly.
Okay, he's not going to be invincible. He's going to be beaten. He's going to lose, even if it might be to the bullshittiest wrestlers. He's going to lose. We have to deal with that. It's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
He eventually will win again and again
Exactly.
and again. Shut up.
Oh, I do agree with that. But yeah, so basically ending the match for the second week in a row. So again, maybe I'm looking too much into it. Second week in a row, Shinsuke Nakamura was able to hit the King Salsa on Kevin Owens pinning the United States champion again for the second week in a row. So I don't know if that's eventually going to lead to a United States title match because next week it is going to be Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens 1-on-1. So
I would probably say that it might be a future thing. You know,
it could very well possibly be. So again, 2 times in a row, that's saying something. If he's able to put them 2 times in a row back to back. So there's that. So any other thoughts before we move on?
it was a good match.
Yep,
Although I will say this, Baron Corbin needs to really.
I mean, I like Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin can wrestle. I'm not talking about his wrestling skills. I'm talking about his hairline.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't know what's happening there. You gotta get that fixed. I don't know either. Yeah, but I mean,
either hair plugs or something. But come on, it's. Why does your video game character of you have more hair up there than you do? I don't get it.
That says a lot. It really, I know it really does. I guess they thought that's how you're supposed to look, but hey. But moving on to the Usos. The Usos came out and talked about how they've been dominant over all your favorites, American Alpha, and now recently Breezango, and how nobody else can take him out until we finally got the Smackdown debut of the New Day. Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods finally came out. It's weird because they technically debuted the week before on Talking Smack, which is weird. I don't know why they didn't see him until this week, but yeah, so they came out and they cut a promo, typical New Day promo, making fun of the Usos. Again, we both talk about on Twitter, they made a reference to that Booty Warrior guy. Well, I said the Boondocks. I totally forgot it was real life.
Yeah, I had to let him know, like, no.
Yeah.
Not just the Boondocks. He's a real person.
I totally forgot that. Yeah, and they made a reference to that. I was laughing my ass off. Again, I think this is what the tag team division needed.
And I had to sit there and I'm like, oh my God, Big E, please no, this is a PG show. It's a PG show, please.
I like some. I want some.
Please, Big E, no, this is a PG show. We don't need you to. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then there's probably kids that's like, that's funny. What
is that?
And then they're going to get older and they realize what that's from, and then they're going to be terrified.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So, and then the main thing out of this is that Xavier was announced that he talked Shane Man, and at Money in the Bank, it will be the Usos versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And I'm actually interested in that because not just the wrestling aspect of it, but just like this, even though that promo was scary, just like our just like some I'm sorry, I have a brain fart. Just like Tuesday, these promos that the Usos and the New Day are going to have.
Yeah, between each other, it's going to be very, very interesting indeed.
Yes.
It really is, yeah. I mean, can't wait to see what happens. Will the New Day become tag team champion again and hold those titles for fucking ever? Which I still think it's a travesty how they did not allow them to wear at least the last month to wear those custom-made SmackDown. I mean, well, Raw. It would have been Raw tag team titles, but specifically for the New Day. I feel like that was still a fucking crime, but
that
yeah. Because they deserved it. They deserved it. He held it for that fucking, like, the longest reigning tag team champions in history. So, like, they fucking deserved it. But, hey, what can you do? Moving on to the 5-way elimination match. Just turned number 1 contender for SmackDown Women's Championship at Money in the Bank. It never fucking happened. Which,
it was brilliant because here's the thing. I heard the rumor, and I'm like, and I'm sitting here going, well, when are you going to do it? And then you're like,
exactly.
But it's like they're going to have this match, and I guess they're never going to do it. And then, when everything broke out the way it broke out, and everything, then Shane comes out and announces it. It's like, yay, they're actually going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah, but and what Ron's referring to is that after everybody beat the shit out of each other, which I still have to laugh. The funniest part for me when that second when Shane McMahon came out, he came out like nothing happened, like nothing was wrong, like none of those ladies just tried killing each other. Like somebody did not just get proved to rotate. I just thought that was hilarious how Shane McMahon just kept dancing and shit. But yeah, he came out and announced that at Money in the Bank for the first time ever, it will be a women's Money in the Bank match. So Charlotte, Tamina, Naomi, Natalia, Becky Lynch, and Carmella in a Money in the Bank ladder match for the contract for the guaranteed shot to SmackDown with this title. So your thoughts? Actually, this is the first time happening. So like your thoughts on this?
Like Nia Jax said, it's amazing what you can do with your whole women's division versus
just two of them.
Just two of them, and then putting them in the four, technically, but even then, it's like
I do get your point, yeah.
Like how many people on Raw versus how many people on SmackDown is getting some TV time? Because TV time, it all depends on like your TV. Like you get on TV, you get paid. Like you still get paid regardless to be there.
Exactly.
You get paid more when you're on TV. Nia Jax was on TV this week. She hasn't been on TV for what? 2 weeks now, I think.
Almost 3.
Oh, almost 3. Yeah, like the last time they were on TV was that 3-way match. No, not the 2-way match. The six female match.
Oh yeah, I do.
When it was Nia, right after Alexa Bliss won the belt. Yeah, right after she won the belt, and she came out and did her little heel thing, like just gradually, we were talking about everybody and whatnot, and they had that 6-woman tag match. That was the last time we saw Nia, Mickey,
and Dana.
Yeah, and Dana. It shows like it really does show like how much you really forgot, because it's like, what the fuck, like.
Well, again, they have Summer Rae that's not using her, and they have Paige, but we know why they're not using her. So
yeah, she's never coming back. I just came with that.
I know she really isn't. Yeah, she's not.
They're just not going to fire her, because if they fire her, they have to kind of pay her. To pay her out.
So there's everything. Fuck it, they're just gonna wait. Like just fuck it.
Yeah, as soon as the contract ends, they're not going to resign. But still, it's like you haven't seen these 3 people on TV. They're there. They're backstage. They're sitting there watching Raw in the locker room thing, hoping and praying that somebody will say to them, "Hey, you can go ahead and wrestle somebody. All right, cool, awesome." But when you sit there, you're watching something backstage, and you see like, all right, this is the second hour. They already just did their women's segment for the night, and then they did another women's segment for the night, and say, well, why the fuck am I here?
Exactly.
I could have just went to the next town and get ready for the live show, then sit here and this.
I do get your point, because at least most of the women get used a lot during the live events than the actual television shaping. So
yeah.
And
even though they get paid for that, they still have to they still have to, you get paid more when you do our TV stuff than just regular live stuff. They want to make money.
Exactly.
So it's the fact that here we are now, the first female SmackDown Money in the Bank. You think a lot of the wrestlers there are feeling a little remorseful about not going to SmackDown?
Yep. I know they thought SmackDown was going to be shit. I mean, again, it always has to involve Charlotte where history is about to be made. It always involves fucking Charlotte. Main event on Raw, main event at Hell in a Cell, the first ever Hell in a Cell match for women. And, so.
It's also good that they're getting this opportunity to do stuff like this. Mm-hmm. And I hope this ain't the last
Oh yeah, I mean I predicted it was gonna be this year, but I guess next year maybe Elimination Chamber, women Elimination Chamber. I don't know.
And I can see that happening. It just depends on what brand's going to get it
Most
and how
likely
they're going to
SmackDown.
yeah, most likely Smackdown and how they're going to use it.
Because I do enjoy this Elimination Chamber design more in my opinion, but than the previous one. I feel like it looks a lot better than what they've been using for the past years.
Well, part of me I didn't like that rubber pattern, but I got
Yeah, that
used
was
to it.
the only downside, but otherwise, I felt like the chamber itself looked amazing in my opinion. But
Yeah.
yeah, but
Well,
moving on, which I do want to talk about the Fast Police, but let me get something to drink because my throat is parched to talking. So I'll be right back, Ron. So
all right.
let me just get something to
Mm-hmm.
drink real quick.
I really don't know what to do here. I'm just going to sit here because I really don't have nothing to say. He's going to get his drink. I'm just going to sit here, look at pictures. Um, Look at this poster I might want to try to get. I really do want this poster. It can't be $8 or $8.50 for this stuff. So I might try to get that. Oh, I guess I could say play Tekken 7. Well, I'm actually listening to a song right now. So if I'm just sitting here zoning out because I'm actually listening to this song, I guess if you want, look up Redbone, song Redbone by Childish Gambino, but look up Redbone done by Kermit the Frog. It's actually pretty hilarious.
All right, I am back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just listening to a video. Apparently, someone did a thing of the song Redbone,
Mm-hmm.
but they did it with Kermit's voice.
Really?
Yeah, I just shared it on my Facebook. You can watch it afterwards if you want.
I'm definitely gonna watch that. That does sound interesting. Holy crap. Kermit. Why Kermit?
Why not?
Fair point. Fair point. Yeah, so Fashion Files. Why is this not a network show? I have no idea. I'm just happy because Tyler Breeze, again, I always kept saying, along with the Ascension, they deserve way more. At least Tyler Breeze is now getting the opportunity. So
Yeah.
I'm just glad. Even though, I mean, Fandango again, I will admit I was a little like down on Fandango because I felt like Tyler Breeze deserved more than team up with him. But Fandango, I started growing liking to him. So I'm just glad both of them getting the opportunity. especially with these fast fights. I feel like if they could turn this to a network show somehow, even if it's like 30 minutes, I feel like a lot more people are going to be more into Breezango. I mean, they're already kind of over now, especially with the whole gimmick of Tyler Breeze keep switching outfits and stuff. I feel like that's the best thing going for them. But
I'm actually pretty entertained by it,
yeah.
and it's giving them something to do. At least it's true when you say that SmackDown is
Selling an opportunity.
Yeah, because
It most definitely is. So so the backstory on the Fashion Files. Since they lost their match at Backlash, they thought it was like the end of the case. So as Shane McMahon said that no, you guys can come back from this, and they lost again on SmackDown. Fandango was gonna go to the office, but it got wrecked by they had no idea who. There was a girl there, which turned out to be Tyler Breeze, and Tyler Breeze saying how I hope he doesn't figure out like this is not actually like an outfit or like a disguise or anything, but they could both hear each other. It was some funny stuff, but basically they found cologne in the office, so they figured it must have been a cologne. So they had a tag team match, and yeah, it was expected at the point where you thought it would be entertaining in terms of comedy with Breezango and Tyler Breeze. So I really hope like this may lead to a New Day versus Breezango feud. That results in Breezango turning heel, but like I feel like they're worried enough to face a New Day after whatever program the Usos have with the New Day. So like yeah, any thoughts on this match before we move on?
It would be interesting to see. Like I love Breezango, and they're making everything. They're keeping it interesting because I thought that it was going to be the last time to see them, but they really are making things.
I'm not gonna lie. I personally thought they were gonna get fucking released
after this. I won't say they get released.
No, I'm talking about like before like this whole new thing they decided to do. Like I thought like after WrestleMania they were gonna get released, but I think they finally found their footing. Finally, I just wish the Ascension could do the same. Fucking same. Never forget Elimination Chamber 2017, where the Usos gave the Ascension the fucking titles. They literally handed it to them, and they got fucked over. You don't know how pissed I was that day with that Elimination Chamber. It was just like they had it. They had the fucking titles.
I mean, there has to be a good reason that why they have portrayed on the Ascension.
It's just fucking hell. But yeah, just moving on though. Randy Orton, he came out and maybe it's just me. This is probably one of the weirdest promos he probably has done. It didn't seem like he didn't know where to like go with this. He was talking like he didn't know it would be like American-ish promo. Or he's talking about like it was weird. He was talking about how
it was an American promo because the guy with the American shirt made an American promo.
Yeah, exactly. It was weird.
He probably didn't want it to be an American promo, but it went there because the guy in the American shirts came from nowhere and pretty much made an American promo.
I know in the crowd as he wearing all red, white, and blue and shit. Like damn, then Jinder Mahal appeared on the screen. He cut a promo saying how again like you people are one who doubted me, and yet like look what I have now with the WWE title, which is still jarring to say in 2017, by the way. But in all seriousness, though, I feel like Jinder Mahal is like making SmackDown like very interesting. I like Jinder Mahal now because it just came out of nowhere. You could not tell me like a year ago that you could have first seen Jinder Mahal being WWE champion. Nobody could have said that shit. Like it just came out of fucking nowhere. Now he's champion, and now at Money in the Bank he has to defend in Randy Orton's hometown. Let's see. I don't. Just early predictions. Like, do you actually think he's gonna retain the title?
Yes. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because look where Money in the Bank is going to be at.
Oh yeah, and wow, it's a great segue into the main event too. Randy Orton's hometown, so yeah.
Because as we all know, especially from the main event of SmackDown,
Yep.
and from the past couple of times, if you're from the hometown or wherever you're from, you're fucked.
Exactly. You will not win in your hometown, which is fucking ridiculous. But yeah,
And the thing with AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler is the fact that AJ kind of hyped this up from where it's like, oh, this is my hometown, and we're selling Georgia red. I wear blue, but we're wearing Georgia red for
exactly.
the Bulldogs and everything. You could buy it right now on
Like,
shop.wwe.com.
he's promoting it and everything. He
Yeah, he
fucking
was
hard.
promoting it like and people bought it. It's like, come on, celebrate me
His
coming
hometown.
home and everything, and blah 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 blah. And he fucking lost clean.
I know. With Dolph Ziggler, all people, I love Dolph Ziggler to death. I'll always be a fan of his, but like again, I'm not gonna deny the fact that AJ Styles should have easily wiped the floor with Dolph Ziggler. Not easily, but
The match was good. The match was really good, but it's the fact that he lost to him clean.
I don't understand his booking. I don't in their home just because it's their own fucking town. I guess I just want to see the react. I get it to a point because it makes the heel have much more heat if they could beat the person in their hometown, and I get that. But it's like, come on, it's AJ fucking Styles. You're trying to tell me he can beat John Cena clean, but he can't beat Dolph Ziggler. Like that's where it's like you have to like just question that. He was able to beat John Cena cleanly, but he can't beat Dolph Ziggler. Okay. Like that.
Fucking clean. He lost to him.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like I didn't get it. I'm just and at the same time I'm just like, oh wait, they're in Georgia. That's right.
I forgot until before AJ made his entrance. I totally forgot. Totally forgot him.
It's like, yeah, he's going to lose. He's going to lose.
I mean, this is what they do. I mean, again, they did the Sasha Banks to Hell in a Cell when she lost.
And then they did it to Charlotte when it was in Charlotte's hometown.
At Fastlane.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? They just refuse. I just don't get their whole.
Remember when Paige lost to Naomi?
Yep.
In London?
Mm-hmm.
Not even their hometown. It was like just a home country, but still.
It was close enough in their eyes.
Yeah.
Or they fight close enough.
Like that fucking happened.
It's just I don't. It's weird, but yeah, that was the ending. It's weird. I feel like Raw and SmackDown both have similar endings, where the person either you didn't want to win or the person, where the person you did not want to win won. Dolph Ziggler beat AJ Styles and Roman Reigns beat Seth Rollins, and it both ended just like that.
Well, I mean, true, but at the same time, it's just like, it's like I can take the fact of AJ winning. I just wish it was at his hometown. That's all. And then it's like, and then maybe it's more the fact of Dolph winning cleanly that gets to me more than just Dolph winning. Like if Dolph would have won without, but like not clean, then yeah, that would throw more heel heat. We're talking about heel heat.
Exactly.
Having Dolph win with cheating would give him major heat, but he didn't. He went over clean.
Exactly. So it's like, I guess the biggest question was going to happen next week. They said at least 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks until Money in the Bank. So who knows? The only thing we know next week is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. That should be very interesting. So your thoughts on SmackDown? Actually, there is one interesting stat I want to bring up because after watching Talking Smack, and this is an interesting stat. If Charlotte were to become the SmackDown Women's Champion, she'll be the only woman in WWE history to hold 3 different women's titles.
Yeah, it's true.
No other woman can say that. I mean, if you don't count NXT, if you just count the main roster, if you count NXT out before, because she held the NXT women's, the Divas,
that's what you say. Like,
if you count NXT, then yeah. So yeah, if you don't count NXT, then she'll be the only woman to hold 3 different fucking women's titles in WWE. So like that's it. Not even Trish Stratus or Lita can say that shit. She's like, and it's just a short amount of time. Let's think about that for a second. Yeah, she came up on 2015, and by end of 2016, she already held the Divas title. The longest, she was the final, not only the longest Raw Women's Champion, she was also the final Divas Champion too. She did it in less in a year's time. So it's like, I don't know. Charlotte is something else. I wonder if Asuka would be treated the same way.
Probably not. Probably not. But then again,
Asuka's tricky booking. I mean, we're gonna get NXT in a second, but it's tricky. Asuka. It's like, yeah, but we'll get to that in a second. But did you watch 205 Live?
No, a little bit of it, not.
Well, again, it was only. I'm gonna skip the first match because it was literally the exact same match from Raw. Noam Dar versus Rich Swann. The same result happened.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was literally the exact same. The only difference was the promo in the beginning. That was the only difference. That was the exact same shit. Nothing new happened here. But yeah. So that happened. Rich Swann defeated. Rich Swann defeated. Oh no, my bad. Noam Dar defeated Rich Swann. That was the only reverse. My bad. But it looks so similar, in my opinion. Because Alicia Fox distracted Sasha Banks, and it made Rich Swann get distracted. And No Dar hit that Shining Wizards. But in my opinion, I thought it was the exact same shit. But maybe because I've seen it too many fucking times. I don't know. It is weird. This is one thing I want to point out. Cedric Alexander, he fought a local jobber, but he referenced this fucking storyline. And my whole thing is, you piece of shit. You're the reason why this storyline is still going on. Go back in there and end this fucking storyline.
Yeah, right.
So, but it's like, no, he's like, no, I'm going to do their own thing. But motherfucker, you're the reason why we had to deal with this shit for months. Because your ass decided to get injured. And when you finally decide to come back, you don't even want to be a part of it anymore. Like, fuck you, man. Like, just seriously. So, yeah, he, he defeated a local competitor. Then we had Drew Gulak versus Masada. Now, this was actually a very interesting match. I feel like this was probably the best match that Drew Gulak has done so far. The way that he worked it, in my opinion, against Mustafa Ali. He literally did all ground moves. He refused to do anything top rope related, and he tried so hard just to make sure Mustafa Ali was not getting on the rope. And it worked because Drew Gulak, he beat him. And yeah, I liked when I questioned the gimmick when he was doing that first, but I really like it. No fly zone thing, like he's really sticking to it. This was actually a very interesting match. I think, like I said, this is like probably the best Drew Gulak match that he has ever done. But other than that, the last part of the show was Austin Aries got a promo saying how he made a Neville tap. And Extreme was going to do the same exact thing. Neville, he came out and saying this is the end for you, Austin Aries, before Extreme Rules and T.J. Perkins came out. He attacked Austin Aries. They had numbers game. Put him in the rings of Saturns while T.J. Perkins was attacking.
Oh yeah, they gave us that face. Yeah. I don't know if you saw that.
You saw the meme on Neville's face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see it on Neville's Twitter. He posted on his Twitter. Yeah, so that was hilarious. Let me see that real quick. Hold on. I briefly saw it. So hold on.
That face is the face you don't really want to wake up to.
Hold on. Yeah, this thing.
I actually use that as like a reaction meme now.
That is like his teeth. Like his teeth seem so out of his. That is fucking hilarious. I mean, at least Neville, he stays in character on Twitter. I would say that. for the most part. He's like a fucking narcissist. Parasites, consequences. Like he's like a fucking narcissist on here. He was talking about Austin Aries' book. He said no one cares about your stupid book.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It's like again, like at least he stays in character on fucking Twitter. Yeah, but that was pretty much 205 Live. Again, as I say week after week, 205 Live is a solid show, but it's just the fucking fans that make it seem like it's not interesting. That's where I realized it's not that the show itself isn't interesting. If the fan was, again, if this was in Full Sail, this would probably be one of the best produced shows every week. If this was in fucking Full Sail. But it sits in a main roster crowd. It's like they're not gonna care. They don't care. Like I'm not gonna pretend like they care. You know reason why they used to be packed crowd because Shinsuke Nakamura was fighting after 205 Live went off. So they don't fucking care. And it's so sad because again, I'm not saying it's the best show ever. It's a solid show, but it's like the crowd isn't giving them anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's some 205 Lives where they actually get a crowd reaction, and then you get the ones like last week where which is face I can't think of his name, but he tweeted about.
Davari.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about how this is just the beginning phases. Like I know, I mean, he brought up some good points. Like again, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, when they first fought in FCW, they weren't reacting. They didn't care. And that was FCW. So it was just like eventually you just whatever they talk about the mechanics, which became a revival. Nobody cared about them at first, and now look at them. It's just again, I know it takes time. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for Wade, but I just feel like the crowd is not really helping matters. They don't care. And again, I don't blame the crowd. I blame the placement 205 Live. Why is it right after SmackDown? They're already burned out of a 2-hour main roster show. So you expect them to care about this?
Yeah.
That's the other issue. It's like you expect them to really give a shit about this after 2 hours of what you pretty much. Because again, the ticket doesn't say SmackDown /205 Live. The ticket simply says SmackDown.
I also feel like it would have been better. I mean, the fact that they named it 205 Live, meaning that it has to be live. But like last time it was in Philly, and it was I think the WrestleMania. I mean the Raw before WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was that Raw.
The SmackDown Live. No, that's SmackDown Live. The 205 Live. Yeah, the 205 Live was a part of 205 Live was taped.
Exactly.
Here. Because
I get what you're talking WrestleMania access and shit.
Yeah, but not just that, because everybody has to travel, get ready for WrestleMania. So I feel like maybe, just maybe, if they actually do 205 Live before SmackDown,
that would probably help them a lot.
Yeah, that probably help them a lot, but they already made the commitments
to do it after, and it's fuck, like what the fuck, man. It's just I feel like again, if this, I just personally think maybe it might. Well, it will test it, just to test the water, change the crowd to Full Sail, and we'll see how reactions we'll get. No, what we'll get is probably cruiserweight classic style reactions. I see how good these matches were, but we will never know because it's a general public crowd. So I feel so bad for them because they're not doing bad. It's just the crowd isn't giving them anything to work with.
Yeah.
Like, come on, people. Moving on to NXT. Did you see NXT?
I was home.
Yeah. NXT.
Although, actually, you know what? I did see a little bit. I did see
Did you listen to the opening? Like the beginning? Like that was.
Well, no, I didn't see that, but.
Yeah, with Tommaso Ciampa, because it was just like.
I did. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah. I did see that clip. And that's it. I'm actually surprised of the fact that they actually let him mention his injury and everything about like, hey, I actually got injured during the thing before the takeover But all y'all was sitting here talking about, oh, he should probably be replaced and everything, blah 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 blah. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
like what the hell? But then he was in the match and he got injured again. He felt something popped, and the only thing he could think of was, oh, maybe he should be replaced and everything like that. Like
And he said,
the
"Fuck that."
he I his story on why he did it, or so far, um, was like it was really good.
It was. I think that was like the best reasoning because again, he felt like this is just a joint effort between two friends, and he refused to get replaced. So I kind of feel where he's coming from, and I also love, and I don't know if you decided to look at this. Johnny Gargano has yet to do anything since then. No tweet, no Instagram post, no nothing. He like literally just went dead silent. So and I love that because like he has nothing to say.
And that's pretty good as far as being
Mhm.
kayfabe about it, because
Exactly.
no need to be like, oh, I can't wait, I'm gonna get my revenge.
Nope, he has yet to mention anything. Like he like completely took himself off the internet, essentially by not mentioning anything about this subject whatsoever. So yeah, I did it. I did
But
have to look at that. Yeah.
but the one thing I will say is I kind of liked it better when well, actually, I almost say I like it better. I actually would say that I did see a clip of Velveteen Dream.
Hmm. Yes,
Wow,
I know. Well,
smacked the
it's in June.
shit out of that dude. Jesus Christ.
I know.
I mean, so I'm guessing that he's a heel.
Yes.
That's good because you can't be a face looking like that.
Hmm.
Um, I, I don't really. I mean, cause here's the thing. I didn't know that. I didn't. I've seen the wrestler before. I didn't know he was from Tough Enough. I didn't watch
Yep.
this
Yeah.
past season's Tough
I'm about to
Enough,
reference that. Yeah.
but I did see him when he was playing. Or not when he was playing. When he was on CZW. That's how I know who he was.
I got
Cause
you.
he actually used to wrestle against. I mean, I used to wrestle with Lito Rush. They were tag team champions. But other than
Mhm.
that, who knows?
I mean, yeah,
Wow.
Velveteen Dream is an interesting one. I don't know what character they're going with that. But before I get to more about him, Pete Dunne, he fought Dane Burcham, probably matching the night, in my opinion. Those two, like, they tore the house down, just like how the UK match at Takeover Chicago, not Chicago, Orlando, tore the house down. That's if yeah, it was just that was like Danny Burch. On like he's very underrated now. I mean, those stiff punches that they kept giving each other, that was just something else. And at the end, he did. Pete Dunne did talk about how he took it from Tyler Bate and whatever, and he didn't deserve. So I have to assume Tyler Bate will get his rematch soon. I don't know if it's Takeover Brooklyn. I have no idea. So just remains to be seen what's going to be more about Pete Dunne. So, any thoughts on that?
I need to first off. I need to actually find a Wednesday when I'm actually going to be home to watch it. Because, like I said, I'm usually never home
Mm-hmm.
on Wednesdays. Um, I need to go back to my website that I used to go to where I used to record it, and I'll just watch it from there. But pretty much, I just want to say like next couple months of NXT is going to be interesting.
Yep.
Um, titles because right now my predictions for NXT, I know we like way far off from Takeover Brooklyn,
Yeah, I mean, well, we can fantasy book.
yeah. So fantasy wise, I have Roger Strong versus Bobby Roode.
Yep.
I feel like that's going to happen. I or Cassius Ono versus Bobby Roode, because one of those two has to happen.
Yeah.
Why, I mean, look, I know like Catch Owner like hasn't really done much, but this is
No,
June.
but I know I do get your point. Yeah,
We have to August for him to start making noise, but we have to see
yeah,
because those two did have an amazing match. Bobby Roode and the Catch Owner, those two did have an amazing match
yep.
before, so
No,
I
yeah,
would
they
like to
did.
see that again.
They
But
definitely
most
did.
likely it might be Bobby Roode versus
Roderick.
Roderick and everything.
It might be
Um,
Hideo versus Cassis.
yeah, I can see that too. Of course, we're going to get Tomasa if he should
Ciampa
be healed by
versus
there.
yeah, both of
Versus
them.
Gargano.
Yeah, and that
I really don't care about the tag team division because I really don't know anybody else in the
as you
tag team
said, they are
division.
the only other people that come to mind in my head.
Yeah, and
Pretty
it's
much
like, oh
agree,
great, we're gonna have one.
and
We're
that's
gonna have a
it.
big man match. Heavy
Exactly.
Machinery versus the Office Pain. We're gonna have a big man match. Oh, okay,
That's the only thing I could have thought of when
that's gonna
yeah.
be amazing. And
Mhm.
I'll say that sarcastically. And with Ember Moon versus Oscar,
Oh yeah, the rematch.
or
Yeah, most
or
definitely.
or or if it happens just in time, maybe Oscar one versus Oscar two.
Man, it'd probably be after that women's tournament. Oh, like I said, it's hard to book Asuka. Is she a part of that women's tournament? That
No,
is the
she's
main
not. I don't think she
because
is.
if she is, that's like the most tough booking tournament ever because you can't make her lose until the
I don't. I
very
don't. I
end.
don't. I don't think she. I don't think none of the women's champions are
And
in.
we could wouldn't make any sense to begin with. Like, why
No,
do that?
it wouldn't be. Most of these for the women's tournament. This is nothing more than one a tryout because
Just to
if you
get to
know,
WWE.
because if you notice, the majority of people who are in the UK tournaments are not all wrestling except for like 4 or 5 people that I've seen,
Mm,
and the majority of them also wrestle for Progress and
I got
everybody
you.
else. So the people that's in the women's thing, not all of them are going to make it. They're going to choose who they feel like it is going to make it, offer them a contract, and then you see them on a weekly basis.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know if like people like Liz Morgan, Billy Kane, Peyton Royce, they might compete in the tournament. I have no idea, but if I get their ass handed to them, everybody else in there. Which I mean, I do like Peyton Royce and Billy Kane, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, I don't think
women.
any of the current women NXT, or maybe like one or two, because I see like Ruby Riot, whatever might be in it, but and maybe well her name's not Kimberly on there, but Kimberly, I could see her being in a tournament too. She wrestles NXT. I can't think of an NXT name, but that's Kimber Lee from Chikara.
Okay,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see who she. I'm actually on my Twitter right now. Who she is on NXT? Her name is legit Kimber Lee. Like her last name is what's her name? Her last name is Lee. But I'm trying to think. What's her? What would be her NXT name? Because in Chikara she was Princess Emberly. Hold on. Tournament. That's not that. I'm trying to see. She hasn't. Oh, she does tweet a lot. Well, let me Google it because like I know she doesn't use Kimberly. At least I don't think she uses Kimberly in NXT.
Well,
I'm pretty sure she's like
while
something
you do that, let
else.
me clean out this cup so I can put water in it.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Let's see. Oh, she does use Kimberly. Okay, she does use Kimberly.
All right, I am back again. Sorry
All
about
right,
that.
and apparently she does go by Kimberly
Okay.
in NXT. She was Princess Kimberly in Chikara. And she's actually her residence actually is in Philadelphia. She was born in
Get the fuck out of
Seattle.
here.
Yeah, she was born in Seattle, but her residence she went to college here. She went to the University of the Arts. And everything. She trained, and here's the thing: she trained in Combat Zone Wrestling Academy and also she was trained by Drew Gulak.
Well, again, Drew Gallagher, he is very he used to win championships.
Yeah, and he's also another a Chikara alumni. And this is how I knew about her. She was woman's, the first woman's heavyweight champion.
Interesting.
She became the first female wrestler to hold the top title in a major non-female promotion, meaning not just like Shimmer, where it's like all females or stuff like that, or Women of Honor or anything. She held the women's title in wrestling in general,
Interesting.
and she held it for a while. She won it in December 5th, 2015, and she lost it in May 30th of 2016. So she held it for a good long time.
Huh. I
Yeah,
actually did not know that.
yeah, she's a legit good wrestler.
I gotta look more into her then.
She's a legit good wrestler and everything. But I like I said, I haven't really been paying attention to NXT. I haven't been home, so I didn't know. I
Yeah.
knew that she was there. I didn't know she wrestled by Kimberly and anything like that. But apparently she does. She just doesn't call it to She just doesn't call it Princess Kimberly like she was in Chikara.
I guess. Do you think she'll be a part of the tournament?
I think she probably will be because she doesn't really do too much in NXT. Like she's like just there. Like she only had like a couple of matches. Like she does like the live shows at NXT, but according to the Wikipedia, as far as TV wise, she's
Mm-hmm.
wrestled. She wrestled 2000 December 7th, 2016 with a loss against Ember Moon. Later that month, she it was reported she signed WWE to start in 2017 in January. They announced her signing in January 4th. At live event, she was continuing to use the name Kimberly, and then on April 12th, an episode of NXT, she debuted under the ring name Kimberly, losing to Ruby Riott. Then on Then on the May 3rd episode, she was in the 15 woman battle royal and she was eliminated by Riot. So she really only had like 3 TV appearances, even though she's with the same, but she does live shows.
I mean, situation. Who is she similar as? I feel like she's similar as what the hell is her fucking name? Where she wrestles, but barely on TV. Sonya Deville or something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the boxer. She was also from Tough Enough, where it's like they're using her sparingly. So, hopefully, maybe after. I feel like she'll probably have more of a presence during during the tournament. I feel like she'll be one of those people that will be part of the tournament, which is probably the reason why they're actually keeping her off in the first place. Because, they want to speak her in the tournament, and then they'll make it seem like she's a new person, no big deal, despite the fact she was in NXT. So,
like I said, like look at the cruiserweight thing. The cruiserweight, they still had
Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, they had them, and people already know who they were, and they had Jerry. Oh, by the way, to Jerry, he's done with the WWE now.
Yeah, I know.
That's
sadly.
I didn't know he was injured though.
Yeah, he was injured, but yeah.
I didn't know that. I just thought they just wasn't using him.
No, he's not Grand Metal League where they refuse to fucking use him for no reason. But I'm just saying. Yeah. What else happened at NXT? Andrade Cien Almas, he lost against this guy. Again, the whole story of Andrade is that he's not focused anymore. He rather just party and stuff instead of focusing on the ring and wrestling.
Wait,
That's
who?
Andrade Cien Mas.
Oh, that 100 guy.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
He's not like focused anymore. He cares more about partying and stuff. So I don't know where that's going. So there's that, and then the main event, which is Rod Strong and Cassius Ohno versus Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, with the returning No Way Ho fucking say. He came out and took out Killian Dane, so Rod Strong and Cassius Ohno, who have the even playing field, and Rod Strong was able to capitalize and hit. I forgot what the hell was the finisher called? Not the Messiah backbreaker. It was something.
I know you're talking about that backbreaker, the end of Heartache.
Yeah, I saw it.
Because I should remember it because it's a fucking Kill Switch Engage song.
And I do.
That's where you got it from.
I do actually remember that song.
Like the first time I heard, I'm like, he got it to name it after Kill Switch Engage. Okay.
Yep. So there's that. That was pretty much NXT. Solid show. Next week, we do know there will be a triple threat elimination match between Asuka, Nikki Cross, and Ruby Riott. So early predictions on that.
Really?
You don't think Asuka's gonna retain her title? Oh yeah, that's what I say. Oh no, I thought you were saying Ruby. Now you're saying really.
No, I'm saying really.
Yeah, Asuka. I know.
It's
so really hard.
I didn't even bother to look at the spoilers to be like, yeah, I already know.
I know.
Like really,
it's just yeah, I know. Well, we'll just see how that match goes.
I mean, most likely it would be a good match, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll find out what happens now. I mean, next week with that elimination match. And now we move on to predictions for Extreme Rules. First match, Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Who you got and why?
Too late to back out and say I won't care. Actually, no, because I just found out that I'm going to my friend's house to actually watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of want to say, I feel like Sasha Banks and what's his face is going to win mainly because which one is going to win mainly because Sasha Banks' namesake.
Exactly. I can't fathom her losing, especially when it comes to the cruiserweights. I can't fathom that. So, yeah. I mean, Noam Dar, so I would agree with you because Noam Dar, he already had that big win a couple weeks ago when it's supposed to be the last match between Rich Swann and Noam Dar won. So I can't see him winning again in this feud unless they're building him up. Maybe I could be wrong. They could be building up to the winner of the cruiserweight match. So I don't know what to do. Again, Noam Dar is another good guy where it's like he didn't technically have a shot yet at the cruiserweight title. So it's remains to be seen what he can actually do. This is one of the long-term storylines for the cruiserweight. So I'd have to imagine coming out of this, Noam Dar should at least get one title opportunity for the cruiserweight title. But that's just me. But with that being said, I feel like Rich Swann and Sasha Banks will be winning that match. Moving on to, like I said, probably going to be match of the night, the Cruiserweight title match, or now defends the Cruiserweight title against Austin Aries in a submission match. Who do you think is going to win and why?
This is the
third and final match. And it's a submission. Mm-hmm.
I you know what it is? I kept saying that Where'd You Come should have won.
Austin Aries
should have won. I've been saying that Aries
single time that he's this
every single
winning.
time and he's just been losing. I actually do want to go off to say him again, only because might as well. Like, I feel like they're going to give it to Aries, but at the same time, I don't. I don't know. Like I'm actually torn on this because like I want Aries to go because I feel like Aries would be an awesome champion,
Mm-hmm.
and for all he had to deal with, the fact that he had to go through pre-show, WrestleMania and lose, and the next pay per view after that and lose, or whatever. I feel like that
His
this should be
culmination,
it.
like his
But
culmination of some sort.
yeah,
I can. I again.
I want to say that, but at the same time, it's like I've been proven wrong twice, and part of me is like I want to go and say what's going to win. Neville's going to win, but then I might get wrong with that. So I don't know. I'm a I feel like I think that maybe yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna say fucking Austin Aries is gonna win.
I
If
mean,
I'm wrong, oh well.
no, I mean I don't want you to be wrong because I also agree Austin Aries because again, third time's a charm. This is where the way the dubbing is the final match between the two. I would have to assume, based on this past week's action on 205 Live, that since Austin Aries, since now we had the momentum going into it, Kevin Owens will retain during the podcast, bro. They might come to my house and shit. But yeah, they will be coming to shit. What the hell was I about to say? I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
We were talking about
Austin Aries. Yeah, Austin Aries, third time's a charm. Yeah, I lost
Jesus
my train of thought.
Christ.
Yes, I am
No,
that.
no, it's not that. I just saw something and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Austin Aries is third time charm. He's gonna try to beat Neville because again, Neville he had the upper hand going into it, so logically it'll dictate Austin Aries would win, and I want him to win because third time trying he's so good. So, and they, again, I feel like they're the reasons why cruiserweight division is back. Like it's a little bit more relevant because of those two. So I have to assume Austin Aries can get rewarded with that, and with the cruiserweight title, that would probably be the ideal one. So your thoughts on that?
Um, wait, what match we on again? I'm just trying
No,
to.
I'll just give my thoughts on. I'll still give my opinion on Neville versus Austin Aries. I would say. Oh, I don't know. I said my thoughts on that. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. You say your thoughts on that. I'm just like,
Today I am super tired, but luckily you're about to be done with this. But
you have a date coming up, so you gotta get ready for
that. I know. This is gonna be. Oh yeah, I definitely want your opinion on this one. For Raw Tag Team titles, we're gonna have the Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus in the Steel Cage match. Who do you think's gonna win and why?
Well, at first I was saying that this was going to be the way how the Hardys would lose and how Matt Hardy would turn to Broken Matt Hardy, but now there's reports that the trademarking for Broken Matt didn't go through.
Yep.
So we may never see the official Broken Matt Hardy in his lore, and that sucks. It really does. Fucking TNA. Sorry, there's like a gnat in my room. Gnats in my room
It's very.
that I've been killing. I already killed 3. And I'm just like, I'm sick of these fucking things. But anyway, I feel like that the Hardys are going to win this only because I see the Hardys hold it a little while longer. Comes.
Exactly. That's why I
Come
feel
back.
like that's what they're building up to anyway. Damn,
Yeah,
we've been agreeing with all of these so far. Yeah. So yeah, I do believe the Hardy's gonna win. I feel like Sam Cesaro might win at Great Balls of Fire. Because hopefully by that point they won't need the titles to have a Hardy Boy versus Revival feud. I think maybe they don't want that yet. Yeah, I have no idea, but with that being said, though, I do think the Hardys are going to win. I don't think they lose the titles yet, just not yet. They're too entertaining as a tag team to lose those titles just yet. So,
and Nostalgia is actually winning, and they're actually good for T-shirt sales apparently.
Yep. So yeah, definitely those T-shirt sales for the Hardys are freaking ridiculous. Apparently, so like they've been selling a bunch of shit. So there's that, and Yeah, Cesaro and Sheamus. I know they're gonna win it back. It's just I don't think it's gonna be this
against
Sunday.
them.
I don't think it's gonna be against them. Yeah, I don't personally think it will be. Yeah, so they're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So I don't think it's gonna be them. But yeah, so I also pick the Hardy Boys. So far we're together in mostly all these predictions. Moving on, we have the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. And a Kendall Stick on the phone match. Who do you think is gonna win and why?
I think Alexa Bliss is going to keep it.
Yep.
I don't. And probably from that thing I said earlier, like, watch this going to be some dumb shit that's going to happen with it.
I think Nia Jax might get involved because Alexa Bliss is going to try to reach for the thing, but she's going to realize, oh shit, I can't actually reach for it. So
She's so
purposely jump off the turnbuckle so I can land on myself and whatnot. And it's like, okay. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Maybe Nia Jax. I don't know. I also agree. I don't know. Maybe Bayley. I'm trying to actually. I might take it back.
I don't really. The reason why I say Nia Jax, I mean not Nia Jax. The reason why I say Alexa Bliss because I feel like they have something really long term for
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know who's gonna take the title off her. That's a good question. I don't know.
That's another thing. Like I don't know.
I know Sasha Banks is gonna turn heel eventually. So I don't. With that being said,
actually, I don't think she. Because apparently she did an interview where she was like, "I really wish people stop asking me about that."
Oh, the heel turn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's weird. That's what it's so weird what they're doing now. I feel like Emma getting injured again really fucked up whatever they were planning.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what they're doing now. I really don't.
Did they say how bad it is?
Huh? No, they said she's only gonna be out for like around 2 months. She'll be back before SummerSlam. But the point is, like she fucked up whatever program.
Yeah.
They was going for it. But the thing is, I'm trying to think. Maybe Bayley might. I might have to change. I'm trying to think. What the hell can Bayley do after this? Nothing. If Bayley doesn't win this match, what is literally next for Bayley? I'm literally thinking right now.
Yeah, pretty much nothing. But unless they do the rubber match.
The only way this match could like go at least one more pay per view unless Bayley technically wins. Or I guess the caveat could be, I guess Bayley's excuse could be if Nia Jax interferes.
Yeah.
I still go with Alexa Bliss, though. I do agree with you. I still go for Alexa Bliss. Damn, we've been agreeing with each other for all these predictions so far. Moving on to the Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose versus The Miz for the Intercontinental title. If Dean Ambrose is qualified, he will lose the Intercontinental title, despite the fact this is called Extreme Rules. But who do you think is going to win and why?
Nah. Just shows I don't care. But if I really want to go with someone, I'm actually going to say that Dean might win because, and this is how I think Dean might win.
Mm-hmm.
Referee's going to get knocked out. Who's going to referee the match?
Exactly. Good point.
And it's going to be one of those things of, is someone going to come down and say something? Like another referee's going to come down and say something, or are they just going to let it rock and let the referee get back up? And with that said, Miz might try to do something. Referee wakes back up, sees that Miz probably hit him with a chair, probably did something like that. Referee's like, "Hey, you can't do that. You're disqualified." And Dean wins. It's this wacky Dean.
Dean Ambrose is my favorite superstar. I want him to win, but I feel like The Miz is going to win solely because I feel like Elias Sampson is going to get involved. This is where Elias Sampson gets involved. Since Miz helped him out, he's going to help him out. So that will exit The Miz. I know exit Dean Ambrose out of this feud with The Miz and right into a feud with Elias Sampson, which is something, I guess. Not saying Elias Sampson is one of the top tier superstars, but it gives Ambrose something to do.
Yeah.
As long as I'm glad as long as Ambrose is doing something, but yeah, I feel like The Miz is gonna become champion for 7 time. Was it 7 time or 8 time? If he wins this, it will be 8 time or 7 time.
I think it was 8th.
Yeah, 8 time you can win your Intercontinental, which says a fucking lot. Because only one other person has held more Intercontinentals than him. That's Chris Jericho. So yeah, I say The Miz. So that's where we disagree for once. So yeah. You and I want to pick Dean Ambrose. A lot of came out. Choice would be Dean Ambrose. I have to pick The Miz on this one. I think he's gonna win. And then we move on to the main event itself: Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt versus Samoa Joe. A lot of verses, I just said. An Extreme Rules Fatal 5-way match to determine the Universal title #1 contender for Brock Lesnar. Then it simply say what pay-per-view was obviously Great Balls of Fire. Who do you think is gonna win and why?
Who are we gonna throw to the wolves?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's pretty much the question that you have to ask. Is like between everyone who you just named, who are you gonna throw into the wolves that's gonna face Brock Lesnar? I already ruled out Roman Reigns because
there's no way in hell.
Yeah, because they're not going to let. I don't feel like they're going to do that. That's a big match. That's probably going to happen in SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Although, like I said earlier, Roman Reigns win, and then they save that for Finn Balor, for Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns, with Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. That's another possibility. Although I still feel like it might just be those two Reigns, because it was actually supposed to be Strowman
and
versus Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire, and then Roman versus Brock at SummerSlam.
Exactly.
I won't say Joe because I don't think they're going to give Joe the opportunity yet. He'll get it. He'll get it in his own on another time. So I'm probably gonna say Bray. I think Bray's gonna shock us like he did back in Elimination Chamber, and he's actually probably gonna face Brock, lose, but yeah.
For me, Seth Rollins. I want to say Seth Rollins because, again, Roman Reigns, there's no way in hell he's winning. Bray Wyatt, I can see him attempting to, but Sam, I can see like Bray winning. It's just, I feel like Bray might enter a feud with Finn Balor. I think that's what's going to happen. This might lead to a program, like a proper program between Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor. Probably like lead into Great Balls of Fire between these two. Because remember, they dropped it. It was originally supposed to happen, but they dropped it for some weird reason. And they finally acknowledged it on Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor like a couple weeks ago. Like, yeah, Finn Balor owes Bray Wyatt because he cost him that #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental title. Or if you remember that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah. So I think Bray Wyatt's gonna. I think that's gonna, like, those two are gonna feud. Samoa Joe. The only way I can see Samoa Joe winning this match is I can't see a one-off. I can see a one-off match, which, you know what? Screw it. I changed my mind. Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe might win. because I can see because like I know Samojo is considered because I'm thinking about the scenarios here. After this, like who is feuding with who? I can see Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor going to a feud. I can also see Seth Rollins and Mojo going to a feud, but I can't. But like they're not going to do that again. We already technically seen that.
Well, to help to your point, right? So to help to your point, Mojo did say that it's over.
When he says it's over, fair point.
Okay, and just because, and it just so happens that they got knocked into this situation. Now, because they got knocked into this situation, let's say Joe does win. What if Seth Rollins interferes? Because it's not over. Because it's not over unless he says it's over.
Exactly. So he's gonna cost just like how he cost him Americano title shot, he's gonna cost him Universal title match. That's gonna be interesting. So
only because of that reasoning. Because it's not over until I say it's over.
Exactly. So I think I originally for the longest this whole week I kept saying Seth Rollins in my head. I couldn't picture him fighting Samoa Joe after this. I know Roman Reigns gonna be fighting The Miz and Bray Wyatt's gonna be fighting Finn Balor, but I think I might change my mind. I think Samoa Joe might win. And it'll give that one-off match with Brock Lesnar, and then SummerSlam could be Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe.
To finish that off.
Exactly. And then I guarantee Seth Rollins will be the next contender after Samoa Joe. The rumor thing, but again, this is me leading speculation. This is all if Braun Strowman's not ready for SummerSlam. I still think at SummerSlam it can be Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, if anything, I would. All right, so here's how I feel like might win. I feel like Roman's going to win SummerSlam. As much as I hate to say it.
Yeah, because why? Again, like the answer to your question is why Roman Reigns win. Because why wouldn't Roman Reigns win?
But the thing is, the reason why is because you want Roman Reigns to win. You want Roman Reigns to win, so then the next pay-per-view, it'll be the conclusion to Reigns versus Strowman.
Exactly.
Because that's still going on.
Yeah,
and then Strowman.
I can see Strowman winning the title now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Can you give me a cherry dip cone?
Huh?
Also, can you give me a cherry dip cone?
Oh, you talked the ice cream truck?
Yeah.
You can hear that?
Yes, I can hear that.
Oh shit! I'm surprised. Why is this out at 9:59 at night? Is beyond me here. But again, only in Philadelphia.
Boy, it's the summer. Around this time on Fridays, kids are still outside playing.
That is true. I forgot I'm not nice.
True story. Ice cream man came by my neighborhood at 10:30.
What the fuck?
One time I was like,
why though?
I was like 11.
Why though?
Because the fans, I'm sitting here waiting for the ice cream as I had my dollar to get. Remember when ice cream was
yes.
Yeah. So
I do remember that.
I had my money. I'm like, where's the ice cream man? And it got to about, and I'm sitting here falling asleep. And it got to 10:30, and I'm hearing them. I'm like, well, God, 10:30, jeez. So I got my ice cream, but still.
I mean, I would go out there, but again, I'm super tired. I don't think I need any more ice cream. Yeah, but it's so hard. You see, the Seth Rollins. If I had to pick one, I changed my mind. I think Samoa Joe is going to win. After what you said, I think Samoa Joe is going to win.
Only for the thing to come out.
I think
only for Seth Rollins to come in
and cost him his match. Yes, I can see that happen. Because again, Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor can go into a feud. Roman Reigns is going to face The Miz. Samoa Joe is like the Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe will feel likely feud, but I feel like they will put that to a halt for Samoa Joe to face Brock Lesnar, and then Seth Rollins interfere at Great Balls of Fire, and then we'll have that blow off match at some. It's like I don't know, maybe I pick Samoa Joe. That's my final decision. I'm picking Samoa Joe because I don't think nobody expects him to win, and again. Thanks to Jinder Mahal, it's always the least thing you would expect. At least first you expect to win. So with that being said, Samoa Joe, I think, will win and become the number one contender for Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. That's my prediction.
Interesting. I say.
You said
yeah. Only because I feel like everyone might have their plans already. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. And with that would be a perfect time to wrap up the show. First off, I want to apologize. I am so sorry, guys. I am dead tired. So I know for a fact, Ron, you can probably tell me I was probably sounding fucking crazy for most of this. Near the end.
You lost your train of thought here and there.
So. Yes, I know I did. I know I was probably just rambling about some random shit. You probably seen what the fuck am I talking about. When I'm tired, guys, when I'm tired, I be saying the most randomest shit ever that has nothing to do with what I just said. Like I could be talking about wrestling. Next thing you know, I could be talking about work or something.
And then it doesn't help with me. I'm like the most random person.
Yeah, it's like I would just be it was like it did not help.
The topic myself, so
yeah, because like I am just so tired. This is what happens when you only have one day off of work. I only have one day off of work, so it's like I'm just so tired. But yeah, that was it for today's show, guys. We'll find out what happened at Extreme Rules. Again, the only reason why we only did the show today instead of Saturday was probably been way worse than we did it Saturday. I would have been dead fucking tired. And that would have been a sight to see. But we only did it because tomorrow I am hopefully going to the mall, I guess. I don't know. That's still up in the air, but that's the reason why we did it here. So again, I do appreciate Ron coming on. This was like a last minute decision I decided to do. So I do appreciate again Ron for coming on.
Well, like I said, if we would have done it tomorrow, I probably would have been on because I'm doing the charity thing. For honor, I'm doing tomorrow. So
so I could definitely watch that. Oh, that's perfect. So if I don't go to the mall, I could definitely watch that then.
Like, no, it's not a tournament. It's bowling. Unless we're gonna watch people bowl. But I will say this: if you're gonna watch anything, I'll go ahead and promote this on Twitch TV. I don't know if it's gonna be under Spooky or whatever, but on Twitch TV, look up Broad Street Battles. Mm-hmm. It's a tournament, monthly tournament that we have here in Philadelphia. Biggie Gaming runs it, and if you don't know by now, for those who play Street Fighter V, the 20 who still plays it. I can't when I say 20, but right now, the best player in Street Fighter V is in Philadelphia. Punk. Yeah, his name is PG Punk. He's right now considered one of the best Street Fighter V players. And he's going to tournaments here and there to win. He just won E-League, ES League, ESL League, last week. Won $75,000. Beat somebody from my feet.
Holy shit. I ain't getting the fucking tournament.
And I forgot who he beat. He wasn't American. I know the person he beat. But I know he wasn't American, but he won $75K.
Holy shit!
And like that, he has won tournaments and stuff. And the fact that he still comes to local tournaments just to play, just to teach and everything like that. That's a cool thing. So it shows, because there's always the thing with us fighting gamers that for a while the East Coast wasn't making noise. It was always the West Coast. And if it wasn't, if the East Coast did make noise, it was always New York. Everyone overlooked Philadelphia. And Punk comes in and he does his thing. And now the spotlight's on us. And me as a fighting game fan, I feel like that I got you, bitch. And and there's another one flying around, but I got that one. But like us as a fighting game family here in Philadelphia, the fact that we feel like that we have to keep going strong to show these people that Philadelphia is we're a major contender when it comes to these fighting game things. Okay, so Board Street Battles is tomorrow. I think it's under Team Spooky, who streams it. And just come and watch some of the best people in Philadelphia. I think Punk is playing tomorrow. I know he's here. I know he's home because I just saw a picture of him with some friends eating dinner at a restaurant that I know of. So I know he's here, and I think he is going to be playing tomorrow, or he might just be there just to be there. But still, I feel like that's going to be a I feel like that's going to be a thing that you should be able to say.
Oh yeah, like I said, if I don't go tomorrow, I will definitely be promoting that all on Twitter tomorrow. Then
I'll even send you the link.
Yeah, definitely send me a link so I can actually put it in my Twitter. Actually, I'll put it in. I actually put it in the description of this video. So for the guys who this should be uploaded tonight. So yeah,
make sure I do that.
Yeah, definitely see that.
Keep talking as I'm looking forward.
Well, I was just wrapping things up. So yeah, so like again, you guys make sure to catch Stream Rules this Sunday. Hopefully, see if either my predictions or Ron predictions are right. Even though for the most part we both agreed on the same thing except for the last two matches. So yeah, we'll find out if we were right. Either me and him was right either for the Intercontinental title match or the number one contender Master Universal title. We'll find out. Any last words, Ron, before we go off the air?
No. Let's just hope that I doubt it, but let's just hope that it'll actually be good. Also, I found the Twitch link. It's not under Team Spooky. It's under Be Spooky. Never say this man's name right as far as the stream name, Twitch name, but I'll send you the link and you can just tag it under.
Tag it under.
Right to your.
Oh no!
Right now, the channel that Wall Street Bullies will be on tomorrow. I would say like around 7 o'clock.
Yep, I'll definitely put in the description of this video, and I'll definitely promote it on my Twitter. But all right. So other than that, guys, I think that covers pretty much that. You can follow Ron on Twitter at
at VGC. Goddamn, you don't follow me on VGC. My Twitter handle is VG Madstar. Why am I forgetting my Twitter handle? I apologize. My Twitter handle is. I might have to go to it to look it up. Hold on.
No, bro.
Go Twitter. One of those days, though. Like I don't even know if I actually want to go on. Play Tekken 7. I'm actually a little tired myself. It's been a long couple of days for me. And now that I'm on vacation, I'm actually going to nap. But
me too. I'm going to sleep after this.
It's Madstar313.
Right,
Twitter.com/ it should be Madstar313. I wish Twitter would load to tell me that. Where's my Twitter's having
technical
issues? Yeah. Which doesn't help for a man who doesn't know his Twitter handle, apparently. But yeah, so or just look up Madstar313. I'm probably the only other person with the name Madstar.
Gotcha. And as always, you know who I am. But otherwise, this is Crater signing off. Catch you guys later. Well, it's Crater and Ron. I'm so fucking tired. It's Crater and Ron signing off. Catch you guys later. See ya.